All right. And we're live. Hello, Screamers. Welcome to the Scream Z Link podcast. I am Farmer Clint's Fritters tonight. That, of course, is a reference to a movie that, without a doubt, will come up at some point. This is one of those, I cannot remember if we have touched on this subject before or not. Um, like in the past, maybe on the Hamityville channel. Like I feel like maybe we did, like with some type of vacation horror or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
think we did do something like
Yeah.
that. But like when I still lived in New Jersey, like at the beginning of when I was on the
Yeah.
show. So
Yeah.
it's been a long time.
That's what it feels like to me. So even if we have, it's been long enough that I feel like it's okay to have
100%.
a revamp or a rehash. I, of course, called this "You Scream Till You Like It" Motel. This is mostly, I was mostly going for motels, but I will also extend that to roadside attractions. I will also extend that to hotels. Um, and just for giggles, I'll extend that to resorts.
Ooh.
So if that opens things up a little bit for you, good. If it does not, my apologies. Um, we'll figure it out. I did not come up with an amazing list this time. I do have a few things I think that are worthy of note that I would like to discuss. I mostly stuck to movies that I've seen. I did not get to really like watch anything that was
New.
new to me
Yeah.
this time
I
around.
didn't either.
I just had too much other shit going on. Had an interview the other night, and then I just squeezed in a review with Ryan here like half an hour ago. So we're busy right now.
Was that the podcast Amityville one? Like
Uh,
or is that
no,
something
No,
else?
no, it's
that
something
one
else.
was pre-recorded. This was something else.
Oh,
Yeah, we're doing
wait.
a spoiler free. I'll probably have it up tomorrow. It's a spoiler free review of a independent movie short
Nice.
that we got to basically pre-screen, which was really cool.
I'm excited about
So, me too. But any rate, um, Nicole,
Yes.
what are your feelings on motel movies in general?
In general, the ones I've seen, it depends. It depends on everything. It's the writing, it's the acting, it's some of them have been some of the greatest movies ever made, and then some of them you couldn't pay me to watch a second time. So
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I think they're definitely creepy. Everybody's out of, you're out of your element, you're out of your comfort zone, you're out of your home, you're in a strange place, and you never know what's lurking next door or behind your door, or
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they definitely
Under
can
your
be.
bed.
Yeah.
They definitely can be creepy.
Uh, I talking to Ryan earlier. He has this personal policy that I refer to as a point of no return. So he makes it so many minutes into a movie, he cannot turn it off. It's physically impossible for him to do that. Me, I do not have that problem.
I have that problem.
I have that problem as well.
Okay.
I'll curse through the whole fucking thing, but
Yeah.
I will grit my teeth and I will tough it out. Except for Skinamarink. That's the only one I
Wow,
made it 10
I did
minutes.
Skinamarink. I did it.
Am I the only one?
Twice.
I'm like, you can't grab me in 5 minutes. It's done, man. I
No,
can't.
twice I tried. 10 minutes in, I gave up.
I
Movies
do
aren't
feel
even
like that. Yeah.
the worst of it. I do the same with books.
Oh.
Yeah, like I hate, this is a really random thing. I hate the novelization of Jaws 2 with a passion. And that's like
Didn't even know
a
they had a
700-page book.
novelization.
So not a super long book by any means, but that fucker took me months to finish.
You're a completist.
Uh,
I think
That's a
there
good
was
idea.
only 2 books that I stopped in the middle. One of them was when I gave up on Anne Rice finally. It was like the last of them. And I don't remember what the other one was. And I always feel guilty. No, one of them I rectified because when I was, I don't know, 13 years old, I was reading Pet Cemetery. And I was at my friend Corey's house. She's my oldest friend. And we were in a room and she starts reading me something. And I said, that was fucking awesome. What was that? She said, the last page of the book you're reading. So I just gave up. I was so mad.
Did an enemy
I
that day.
just read Pet Cemetery like on my
Excuse me.
ride from New Jersey. Like it was
Oh wow,
that recent after, 40 years.
unbelievable. Well, I guess I do have a similar thing with books. Like, if because to me, that's like I've really dedicated something of myself to that story, like committed to it, where I had to like concentrate on however many pages I made it through. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
It gave
I
you
am
part
that
of
way
me.
with that. Like, if I read so far into a book, I'm like, okay, whether I love it or hate it, I'm finishing this thing.
Yeah, I may put it down for a bit and read something else in between. I've
Mhm.
been known to do that, but I will come back to it.
Mhm.
So,
Okay, what the hell does this say? Total. See you next Tuesday. Move from your childhood friend there, Abby.
what?
Move
Why?
me.
I
See
don't
you
know.
next
Oh,
Tuesday.
I'm
Move.
sorry, boy. Yeah, I guess I
Oh,
am still high. I took me a minute, Joe, to know what you were. I knew what the "see you next Tuesday" meant. Yes, no, I
I
still give her
didn't.
shit for it. It's been 40 years, and I still give her crap for it. And when I finally finished the book, she's like, "Wasn't it a good book?" I was like, "You're an asshole."
It's because he
Oh, I get it
spelled
now.
C instead of the letter C.
Yeah. I get it.
He's saying cunt.
See you.
He's
Yeah.
saying that. Yeah, the "see you next Tuesday."
I get
friend.
it now. I get it.
He's being
Ah,
polite-ish.
I'm not.
yeah.
Joe's got to come on sometime.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So Ryan, did I get your thoughts on motel movies in general?
Kind of like Nicole, hit or miss. I mean, it's a setting, so the hotel really isn't what's going to grab me. It's going to be everything that happens around it. So if it's a piece of shit characters that happen to be in a really cool looking hotel, I guess great.
Yeah.
Because, the hotel looks cool, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes the hotel is a character upon itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it is its
Yeah.
own character, like The Shining, which, for example, it's its own entity. And so yeah, the place can make a difference, but it doesn't necessarily, I think, drag me one way or the other.
Okay.
Like I don't hear there's a movie coming out based on like that's set in a hotel.
And the
and I'm like,
motel.
I gotta watch
Oh,
that
I
shit.
gotta see it.
Although I did see the Clown Motel, so I should put that on my list. I don't think I have that on my list.
Mhm. Well, and this is kind of where I was going with this earlier, talking with Nicole. I think there may be a few duplicates here, and this could end up being a very short evening.
Yeah, but you start thinking of other things, and then once 9 o'clock hits, like
Maybe.
all the gloves are off, you never know what could happen. Which
Gloves.
is only in.
What are these gloves you speak of?
I will show you. We'll have a duel. Slap, slap. Sorry, that was my dual noise. That was my
Fantastic.
glove across your face.
Yes, the gauntlet has been thrown. All right, Nicole,
Yes,
would you like to give us a first selection?
I would. Very difficult because the ones that I have here are ones that I absolutely love. But I'm gonna say recent, and to me, recent is within 20 years. Because I have
Okay.
no concept of time since the year 2000.
Right.
I'm gonna go with 1408.
That is on my list.
That's on my list too.
Yes,
I didn't even think of it.
brilliant movie. John Cusack does great. I know the ending was very controversial for some. Some people liked it, some people didn't. I loved it.
Of course you
Um,
did.
and there's spoiler alerts. We think he got out, and he didn't. It was all
It's
hallucination. And Samuel Jackson, even though he was not in it as much as I would have liked him to be, was great. It was creepy. It was you jumped. You were, it's just his daughter dying was just horrible to watch, and
Yeah.
but it was just a fantastic movie. I would highly recommend this if you have not seen it.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it snowing indoors.
That was all
Yeah,
part of it.
Yeah. It kind of gave me, gives me flashbacks to Amityville 3D. I don't know.
Oh
It's
my.
where there's nothing but ice storms on the inside of the house for
No,
some fucking
no.
reason. And
Door fucking
Fucking-
yeets and knocks that poor woman right out the window.
Best scene in the whole fucking movie was that woman going out the window. Yep.
right.
But it was the whole temperature thing, At 1 minute he's sweating, the next minute he's frozen, and
Yeah.
burning his book to stay warm, and it was. I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah. No, it's a good one for sure.
Yeah.
Additional thoughts. Abby, you like 1408?
I'm actually a really big fan of that movie. I will piggyback on what Nicole said. I think that Cusack played both sides so well. Like I'm totally sane, I'm going to debunk this. And the man that slowly loses his mind. It's such a great progression. Again, Samuel L. Jackson, he usually is a one note character, but I don't think he was in this. I think he played against type, I guess, for lack of a better term. And he was really creepy and enjoyable. And they got me with a couple jumpers, and even just the subtle things like the dude that won't come in the room to fix the temperature because I'm not walking in that fucking room. I think it's a well done movie, and I like the end. So
I like the general disdain that Samuel L. Jackson had for John Cusack's character.
Like, I don't
He's
like.
I know what you're doing. I don't like it.
But one of the things I loved about the movie was the details it went into about the room itself.
Mhm.
How you can't use a key card because the magnetic field won't operate in that room. It has to be an old-fashioned room key. How they still treat it like a regular room. They never rent it out, but it is cleaned weekly, and they have two people go in at the same time with somebody guarding the door at all times. Like they really
the buddy system.
To clean the room. I love that, how they just
Wow.
And the guy standing in the door, the maintenance guy standing in the doorway, refused to step in to fix the thermostat.
And I don't blame him.
Just
Great.
he's like IT without a phone. He just stands there and tells him what to do.
Yep, pretty much.
Owen, hello.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Ryan, any additional thoughts on 1408?
So I don't feel qualified to say too much about 1408. There was a reason why it didn't pop into my head. I saw this when it first came out to home video, not in theaters.
Okay.
I saw it once. I have never revisited it. So I know 2000, what did it come out? 2001, 2002?
Oh God, was it that long ago?
I know that was only a few weeks ago, but
I know. In my brain it was.
Yeah, I've already I
Over
honestly
2 decades ago. God help me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You did the thing. You
2
said the
decades.
thing out loud.
Like I said, the snowy scene, like I remember the cold inside the apartment, and that's literally the only thing I can remember. Like you guys talked about the ending, and I was like, I don't remember any of this shit.
You should watch it again. We won't even give the ending away. I think it's worth you watching.
Rewatch it. I know it's not your type of movie that you typically like, but
it would be a good watch party
fantastic.
movie.
Yeah.
Like just all of us.
2007. Good.
Okay,
Lord.
so that's only 17 years ago.
Think about that.
That child can drive now.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
my son was born in 2007.
Mine just turned 25 last week. I don't even want to hear about it.
Craziness.
But yeah, that's all I got on it. I can't say one way or the other.
All right. That's fair.
Cool.
That's fair. But I think there's a general consensus that this is a liked movie. And it might be worth a revisit.
What do you think, Clint? Did you tell us what you think of it?
I'm basically going to echo what you guys would say.
All right. So you did like it, though.
Yeah, I liked it. And the room didn't just mess with you. In some cases, it convinced people to basically throw themselves off the building. It's just like I don't remember much of the backstory as to why the room is haunted, but I just remember the things that it did. And
it got personal.
Oh yeah,
like he saw his dead father in the bathroom, just sitting there, and everything with his daughter, and it didn't fuck around.
Like one of those entities that just thrived off of human suffering. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't trying to kill you; it was trying to harvest something from you. You know what I mean? And that's, but I think ultimately, death was inevitable. So, which is why so many people hurled themselves off that building, I think. Yeah. Anyhow, no, good flick. I like it.
Yep.
Abby, you got one to throw on the fire?
Yeah, I'm actually going to pick a popular one that I'm sure is on everybody's list, but it is my favorite of motel horror movies. We've talked about it recently. I'm talking about Identity
Yeah, I knew it.
because I love that movie. I absolutely just genuinely enjoy the hell out of that movie. And I feel like, again, I've talked about it ad nauseum recently, so I'll let you guys talk about it more. But I mean, we've talked about it. Well, again, Cusack. Here's another one. Pruitt Taylor, Vince, and Ray Liotta, and Amanda Pete, that I always call Peel, and well, just everybody. Rebecca De Mornay, Clea Duvall. I could just keep Busey of sort of the Jake variety. It's awesome. It's just a great movie, and everybody converging on a hotel room, or a motel rather, in the middle of the night on a rainy night, and one by one getting picked off. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah. Ryan, were you going to say something?
Nope. I mean, are we at the? I'll add. I wasn't going to say anything to what Abby was saying.
Okay. No.
Please add.
Give us your thoughts.
I liked Identity. I saw it in theaters. I believe that's how. I'm going to say, before we started doing all this, I always thought it was weird that like podcasting hosts would be like, they couldn't remember what they rated a movie. I'd be like, how do you forget what you? I can't remember what I fucking rated that movie. We did it like 3 weeks ago. I can't fucking remember. But I know I like it. I know that as far as twisty twists go, it was good. The motel, actually, this kind of disproves my point. I do, like you said, the motel in this is a character. Just the sleaziness of it and everything else really works to kind of promote the atmosphere. And the twisty twist is a good twisty twist.
Twisty twist.
I don't have a lot of negatives to say about Identity. That's kind of weird though. Like if I had a nickel for every time John Cusack was in a motel hotel movie, I'd have 10 cents, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Yep. And our first two.
Nicole, what are your thoughts on Identity?
I love this movie. This is one of my favorites of all time. The cast is great. I think John Hawkes is probably one of the most underrated.
That was his
actors out
name.
there.
I could not think of his name.
I think he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. Pruitt Taylor Vince was great. John Cusack was great. The ending, I'm trying not to give away the twist in case anybody hasn't seen it, but when he sees himself in the mirror and starts freaking out,
that's such a good scene.
It was such a good scene because he like started to hyperventilate, like he couldn't breathe, when he said, "What happened to my face?" It's just fantastic. It's got everything. It's got everything. It's got jump scares, it's got mystery, it's got a big twist in the end, it's got some gore. Rebecca De Mornay in the dryer,
Yeah.
And we got Huas.
Yeah.
Your mother was a Hua. Your mother was a Hua.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you said hula.
Hua.
Nobody was hula hooping.
What was your mother? Your mother was a Hua.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the perfect movie. It has everything.
Perfect movie.
Yeah. The hula, that's the pineapple pizza at Little Caesars.
Yeah. It's got Jake Busey with a baseball bat down his throat. Come on.
Yeah, I love that scene. I really
You can't. It's wonderful.
That is so insane. I like this movie a lot as well. This was during the time, which we are still going through. John Cusack picking movies simply because he likes the story.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's very selective about what he does, and I can
That's
understand.
amazing.
Yeah, I can understand why he picked this one. Huh?
I want to interject really quick because everybody, you're the second person now to tell me like John Cusack only picks movies with a story he likes. Didn't he fucking do that movie or what the hell is it called? Cellular.
Hell.
Uh-huh.
Cell.
Cell.
No,
Yeah.
not the cell or something. It was like zombies. Their people's cell
Cell.
phones turn them into.
The
Yeah, it
Cell.
was a Stephen King story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cell.
Yeah, that movie was hot garbage,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
and the story sucked.
I
Yeah,
think
I
that maybe
agree.
he was a fan of the book, and it
I think
really
it spoke
didn't
to him
follow
in
the
a
book.
way, and he decided to do it.
He's-
You know what I mean?
That's great that he was a fan of the book, but he still read the fucking script before he signed on.
But he
Yeah.
doesn't like Better Off Dead, which I don't understand.
Yeah, well, you know.
There's no accounting for taste.
Sorry to interrupt you. It's just you were the second person to bring that up, and I'm like, I
That's
gotta
okay.
mention this
Yeah.
fucking
I think I
dumpster
was the
fire of a
first
movie.
person.
Maybe he just feels like he can't separate himself from that movie. That's like the one that gave him like
That's the one that made him famous.
his fame. Yeah.
That and 16 Candles.
Yeah. And maybe he didn't care for the experience. I don't know. Be nice to hear his thoughts on it, why he doesn't care for that one.
It will be.
Yeah. But Identity, on the other hand, I think this, to me, this was a really well constructed story, and it stayed interesting. It was very simple in its layout, you
Mhm.
know, and they constructed it very much like a whodunit. So
Right.
like the whole time I'm approaching it like that, where I think
Mm-hmm.
we're going to have, you know, enough clues that are going to lead us to, you know, a
That
killer
we'll be able
that's,
to figure it out.
yeah, at the hotel. And
Mhm.
they keep interjecting this side story, you know what I mean, that's outside of this scenario. And
Yeah.
it's like, you know, you see it through once and you totally get it. It all comes together. And I guess there's enough clues there that watching it like on a first watch that you might be able to piece it together.
I
But like
think so, but
I
have
did not.
no idea.
Yeah. I
No
did not.
idea.
oh,
It
and
took
John C.
me.
McGinley.
Yeah.
That's what I knew I was forgetting.
Yeah.
Somebody that I freaking love.
Yeah.
It's like you said, when I was, now I'm not one to get the twist easily to begin with because I'm just not that bright when it comes to that stuff.
Oh,
But no, I'm not. I can't
I'm
figure
in that
anything
club
out.
too. I can't figure out
Well,
half
I
the shit
said
I watch.
I don't try to figure anything out. I wanted to play out. I want it to surprise me.
Exactly. Olin gets it every fucking time and it drives me crazy. But this one, first watch, I didn't have a clue what was going on. And the side story that they had with Alfred Molina as the psychologist
Uh-huh.
or psychiatrist, they kept, like you said, they kept interjecting throughout the movie this little side story about this guy who's going to be executed. And I'm watching this, I'm going, what the fuck does this have to do with anything? Why are they telling us this crap? I don't care who this person is in this
Yeah.
meeting with the judge and all these people. What the fuck? Just get back to the hotel so I can find out who the killer is.
Yeah.
And yeah, and that final fucking twist when he looks at himself in the mirror, man. Yeah, and Pruitt Taylor Vince is just great. He's so wonderful. He really is.
Yep. But that's I just love a story like that. So
Mhm.
like you could give me, you know, a dozen movies that are constructed, you know, somewhat in that nature, and as long as it keeps me guessing, but you know, it's not too over my head that I'm gonna get it in the end, I'm probably gonna like it.
Yeah.
You know.
Pruitt Taylor Vince is one of the most surprising ladies' men that I've ever experienced. Abby, during the Hormonal Werewolves episode, was gushing over him. Nicole,
Yeah. I
gushing over him.
actually I met him a few years ago at a convention and I gushed over him in person too.
Cares that cares. I'm so mad I did not make it to that one. I'm so upset.
I
Jen, who doesn't watch a lot of movies, and I bring up his name, and she's like, "Oh, the guy from Constantine." I'm like, "What is happening?"
Father Hennessy.
He's wonderful.
That is surprising.
And yeah, and a really super quick story. I was at his Q&A. I was there with my brother and his girlfriend, and they knew how I was. And this was late Saturday, so I had spent the past 24 hours just gooing all over him, you know. And it got towards the end, and they were like, "Does anybody else have any questions?" And my arm shot up. As soon as my arm went up, I heard my brother's girlfriend go, "Oh shit!" Like she's just waiting for me to like propose to him or something. But he is a very, very sweet man. Very sweet man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now I'm wondering what you said to him.
At the Q&A, or
Yeah.
I asked him about identity. Actually,
Okay.
I said, I asked him. I said, "Do you have any thoughts on what happened to your character in the end? Because we never really find out." it's left open, you know.
That is kind of true.
Yeah. I was like, do you think he got away or no?
I
He's
think
like,
he got away. That's when he
got
went and
away.
killed the Hoa.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The Hoa.
Yeah, he had a new lease on life because
Yep.
all the riffraff were gone, and it was
I
just
gotta
a
go
little
kill some
boy. Yes.
But I do. I love it. I love it. And I like his eyes when they
Oh, he's beautiful.
that nystagmus when they start shaking. I grew up with a kid that could do that. It made me so jealous. And then when I got a brain disease, I can't anymore. But at the time, I could do it not on purpose. And I was like,
Oh.
"Am I doing it? Am I doing
You
it?"
just gotta go in a car, let it go down the highway, and you just try to follow the scenery while you're looking out the window. You're
Why?
like,
I would throw up right on the spot.
Yeah. So would my wife. She gets car sick because of the scenery going by.
I mean, I love to look. I can't read in a car. I love to look out the windows, but it doesn't always love me. If I sit up front, it's okay. But don't put me in the back and let me look out the windows. I'll die.
take some Gravol before you get in the car, because you can't get car sick if you're unconscious.
Excellent point. I wish I could sleep in cars. I guess if I drugged myself
You
out.
say you take Gravol, yeah, you'll knock yourself out pretty good. Got to be the real
Right.
stuff though.
Okay.
I'll have to come to Canada.
You got to get diamond hydronate. There's two types of Gravol. Diamond hydronate, and then there's just ginger. You want the diamond hydronate.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
I mean, I
'cause
like
what's
ginger, but come
gonna
on.
do?
Other than settle your tummy.
Settles
a
your
bit.
tummy. Ginger ale.
Yeah. I'm obsessed. I have these chewy ginger candies that I can't stop eating.
I
Huh.
like that. That
Wow.
upsets me for some reason.
Yes. I want to drink it. I wanted to.
Yeah, I don't want to chew it.
No, it's so good. It's like these ridiculously probably sugary.
Or I want it to be actual ginger shredded on top of my sushi or something.
Oh, I love that. I keep pickled ginger in my fridge for just such occasions.
You don't like shredded, or I'm sorry, sliced ginger there, Ryan? Made
That
a
sounds
face.
awful. That sounds
What?
awful.
The stuff they
Oh.
put with your sushi, Ryan?
That
The
a little bit of
pickled ginger?
wasabi? You don't like that?
No. That's
I
a
eat every
palate
last bit of
cleanser.
that.
You're supposed to chew it so that it puts awful feeling in your mouth that you can go
Oh.
back to enjoying the sushi again.
Interesting.
Chewing that
Yeah.
would make your eyes go, you know.
I like it with it.
It's so good.
Yeah. You're not supposed to eat it with the sushi. It's a palate
No.
cleanser.
Don't care. I do it
I eat
anyway.
it. I don't eat it on my sushi. I eat it in between my sushis, but I still eat it all.
This
Okay.
is the most upsetting thing we've ever talked about on this show.
All right. Well, Ryan, now that I've ruined sushi for you, would you like to bring up a movie?
So I'm going to bring up the first one I got. It's another Stephen King flick.
Oh.
I'm bringing up Stephen King's The Shining, not The Shining, Stephen King's The Shining
Oh, okay.
from 1998.
So the miniseries.
Yes.
Okay. With the
Starring,
guy
what's his name from Wings?
Weber, Stephen Weber.
Stephen Weber.
Okay. I can never remember his name either, which is a shame because he's a good actor.
He's okay.
He's
He was good in Wings.
Okay. There you go. As a fake ass pilot. All right. All right. Why did you choose this one over the Stanley Kubrick version?
Because I find this one way more interesting to talk about than the Stanley Kubrick one.
Okay.
I feel this is equal parts a fantastic like those Stephen King miniseries. They hit different. Like you got your Langoliers, your Tommy Knockers. They're just dumb fun. They are not high art by any stretch of the imagination. And this one is right there alongside those. Hey, we're back to back with Rebecca Romaine.
Huh.
Rebecca Romaine.
Not Rebecca Romaine.
Rebecca De Mornay.
Rebecca De Mornay.
Lettuce.
We're back to back with Rebecca Romaine. No, just,
De Mornay.
his parachute is a knapsack. Oh my god, Rebecca De Mornay. It makes you realize that Kubrick was probably right. I know King's biggest complaint was that he strayed too far from the book, and Kubrick was saying, well, the book wouldn't make for a good movie. My movie makes for a good movie. After we had Stephen King's The Shining, which I fucking love.
I own that
Kubrick
one.
Kubrick was right. His version of The Shining was definitely the way to go. A lot of the stuff that was in the book that's terrifying in the book is dumb in the
Well,
fucking
the bad CGI topiary
that
bushes
doesn't
and
help.
stuff.
I know, but still, evil topiaries are not going to be scary no matter what you do. A fire hose that's a snake is not going to be scary no matter what you do. Taking the blowjob dog and just turning him into generic guy who can't even remember his name now, Rex, who wore a dog mask.
Yeah.
Kubrick was right to make a blowjob dog because that was a million times scarier.
I think it was a bear.
No, it was supposed to be a dog. I think it was. It definitely looks more like a bear, but
Whatever. Definitely a furry.
well, I mean that's
Definitely
Kubrick.
a furry.
Before we knew what a furry was.
Speak for yourself, sir. No, I'm just kidding.
And floating Tony in the middle of the street at the beginning of the movie is some of the greatest hot garbage I've ever seen put to screen. Like it looks like Windows Photoshop. Like he's literally just like floating there, and it's supposed to be like this big thing. Danny goes into like a freaking seizure because of this, and I'm like, what is even happening here? And then there's still 3.5 hours left. So, and it explains it at the end, and it makes it even worse. When
Have
we find
any
out
of you, other than, have you guys seen this?
You
version?
like this? Okay.
You've never seen the version, Clint or Nicole?
I think I own it, but I've not seen it. Like my wife is a fan of this one, so I have no excuse. I should go watch it because we have it, but I just
it's a big investment. I feel, but worth it.
I should listen to Nicole. She's warned me about things in the past.
I own it too. I got the 2-disc DVD edition.
No clamshell?
Yeah.
They didn't come out with a clamshell. Oh, you know what? You guys talk about it. I'll be right back and show it to you. It's not a clamshell, but it's cool.
Oh,
But
Okay.
it's cool.
Okay. Yeah. I've not seen this one, but I have heard that it's a bit closer to the book, the way Stephen King intended it.
Well, yeah, and the fact that it, when it's just the same bullshit discussion about The Shining over and over, but like how The Shining with Kubrick, everything was cold and ice, and in the book everything is it's all hot and the burner and so it's a completely different vibe altogether. And I think that was another thing. I love both of them, the cheesy 90s miniseries. I will die on that hill. They're awful in the best possible way. They make me really happy. I think I own all of them. I even have Rose Red.
I am. Yeah.
And Rose Red's fucking fantastic.
I own that one too. So fun.
I do have a question since I haven't seen this. From what I remember from the book, Jack Torrance's character had a weird, like, nervous habit of wiping his lips with a handkerchief repeatedly. Did he do that in the miniseries?
Oh God, I don't remember.
Okay.
It brings up the aspirin thing though. Like he chews aspirins.
Oh, for his hangovers.
Like a fucking psycho. Who the hell does that?
That
cannot taste good.
I've done it as a child. It's not okay.
It's not okay.
It's not okay.
It's not okay for adults either. Don't. Well, I mean, if you're having a heart attack, you should chew.
You're supposed to do.
Oh wow!
Okay. But it's the lesser of two evils at that point, folks.
Right. Right. I'm dying, and this tastes like shit. But I guess I'll continue tasting this shit,
so I don't die.
Yeah. Nicole, did we get your thoughts on Stephen King's The Shining?
I think you can pretty much guess what my thoughts are on this.
She loves it.
Hot garbage, bullshit, fucking awful. Awful. No.
Sounds fantastic.
Stupid, awful.
Wow.
Horrible effect. Awful.
That's a glowing review.
Hot garbage. It is a literal dumpster fire. I would take every copy on the planet, throw it in a dumpster, and set it on fire so no one ever has to watch it again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry.
Ryan's suggestions are coming hot out of the gate.
Woo!
Hot
I'm telling
damn.
you.
I love you so much, Ryan, but I hate this fucking miniseries. Oh, it's awful.
So there it is, 2-disc special edition. You got Steven Weber and little Cortland Mead.
Oh, that's
who's
the one I have.
really
Hmm.
annoying. But then it opens up.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
know.
and there's Rebecca De Mornay.
There's Rebecca De Mornay, and then it opens up again.
Ooh,
all
no, I
kinds of
don't have
gifts.
that fancy one. I don't
Goodness.
think.
My goodness, it's like a pop-up book.
For some reason, this was in my nightstand. I guess I apparently sleep with this movie.
That explains a lot. Bring it to the
Oh,
Poconos.
I don't even have a DVD player in my room.
Bring it to the Poconos. I'll wrap it in
just like-
some ground beef and leave it out for the bears.
you just like to stare at it before you go to
Steven
sleep.
Weber's got them eyes,
Yeah.
like on that cover there.
Dim bedroom eyes.
Olin wants to know if you've watched Doctor Sleep, Nicole.
I have.
Okay.
Now that's
It's
hot
my
garbage.
fun.
Wow, another disagreement. This
What's
is
that, honey?
crazy.
Did you just pull the what's that, honey? and sign
Yeah.
off?
Oh, excuse me, I'm being called. What's that?
I love you, Ryan.
Fantastic.
I was a really big fan of the book, so and I mean the movie, yes, but there are some drastic changes from the book, more than what Kubrick did
Yeah,
to
100%.
The Shining, and I get why people were pissed at Kubrick because that is my biggest, and I don't want to be that guy, but the book was way better.
Understood.
You're not wrong, though. You're not wrong. That was probably one of King's best books in a very long time. I like
Agree
Dr. Sleep a lot.
100%, Joe.
Yeah,
And
Joe
we are
says
going to get more into that at some
Rebecca
point.
Ferguson is fucking
Oh my
gorgeous in
God,
Dr.
yes.
Sleep.
She
Rebecca
is,
from Maine?
No.
Yeah, Rebecca Domain.
Rebecca Domain. She's what's her face? Rose the Hat.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's Kyler. Hello.
Hi, Kyler.
Tyler,
Hi, Tyler.
Kyler, I
Thanks
bet
for
you hate the
coming
TV
by.
version of The Shining too, right?
Yeah.
Like a normal human being.
it's
No,
so
that almost
dumb.
goes without
Though.
saying.
It's like the Langoliers. Like you just
Yeah.
The Langoliers was great. I love the Langoliers.
it is a
She loves
common.
the Langoliers, but she hates.
It is a common running gag that nobody understands Ryan. Nobody
Yes.
understands Ryan's tastes.
Yes. True.
Uh-huh.
You're right up there, Nicole. Like there's no how do you shit on 98 Shining? But you're all about the movie that's like scaring the little girl.
Bronson Pinchot as a villain just tops everything. I will
Yeah.
watch that whole thing just to see that. He's wonderful. I loved
so
it. It
yeah.
was so laughable. It was.
Oh,
great.
and he is the only reason to watch it. Like it's he
The effects are
steals the show.
awful, and it's a very slow movie. But yeah,
It's like an emo version of Pac-Man.
Anybody read anything about Joe Hill?
Oh yes. I read the collaboration of short stories that had the Black Phone in it.
Yes, like a normal person. Okay. I saw the movie. I have not read anything by Joe Hill yet.
He's good. He likes to distance himself from his dad because like calling himself Joe Hill and
Yeah,
everything. But
yeah.
but I mean, his books very much feel.
Oh, he's got
He
the
got
the
his-
same
he got his
vibe. I'm a
influence
huge
from-
fan of his, though. And let me tell you, Clint, if you want to read him, read Heart Shaped Box. That was the first book that actually
Why
like
does
gave
that
me
sound
the
familiar?
scares in the middle of the night
'cause
for a
it's
bit.
also
Like I was,
porn.
what's that?
It's also poor.
Porn. It's also a song by
I'm so
Nirvana.
sorry.
Yes,
I was going with that, but hey, it's poor.
I'm so sorry.
it's
That's well, I
about a rich, famous old musician who ends up buying a ghost on the internet. It's fantastic.
Wow.
That sounds
Great.
Was
cool.
that a short story?
No, it's a full book.
Okay.
Wow.
But it's great, and that he wrote Horns, which was really good.
Oh, I
Mr.
love horns.
He
Oh
did
my God.
Nosferatu. I just finished The Fireman recently, which was okay. I like a
Yeah.
lot. I like his books.
And I'm not surprised
Yeah,
that his
like what
style is
Olin said
similar
there.
to his father's. Yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely got influence from someone.
Yeah. Oh, when I watched The Black Phone, you know what I mean? And found out that it was basically a story by Stephen King's son, I was like, oh, well, that makes sense.
And you
You
know
know?
that Joe Hill is in Creepshow, right?
Hmm.
Joe Hill is the little boy that Tom Atkins slaps at the beginning.
Oh,
He even looks
He-
like his dad.
He does.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he plays. So I remember when Stephen King, when they were filming that, he was so nervous. He's like, "You're not really going to hit my kid, are you?" He's
Yeah,
like, "I'm an
yeah.
actor. Just stay off the set."
Yeah. Well, as long as they didn't, have him play a character with like moss growing on his genitals or something,
Yeah,
they're fine. That would be a bad thing to do to a child.
that would be terrible.
What's the matter? There, it's open. You're welcome. So,
Steve,
what the hell were we talking about? Oh, The Shining.
The Shining.
Are we still on that?
Stephen King's The Shining. You're
The hot
saying it wrong.
garbage Shining.
Yeah. Hey, I was a product of the 90s. I watched every freaking Stephen King series
Mhm.
that came on, with the exception of The Shining, apparently. But
I like Storm of the Century a lot.
Right back.
okay, I didn't watch that one either. All right, so I have
Oh,
not watched
dude.
all of them. Yeah.
Storm of the Century. Like that's not even like
That's a-
Ryan. Like
that's
Ryan's
a
thing
good
is good.
one.
That's legitimately.
Oh, okay.
That might be the best Stephen King miniseries ever.
Okay.
It's got a great cast, and the acting is actually really good. That Colm Feore or whatever his name is,
He's fucking menacing in that.
he is good as hell in that.
Oh. All
But
right.
that's a story for another podcast.
Oh, yes. What does this one say? Owen King co-wrote Sleeping Beauties with his dad.
Yes,
You can tell who
too.
wrote that.
Wait,
All right.
there's another King?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Owen.
I think his name is Owen Phillip.
He goes by Owen King,
Yeah.
at least with
Sure.
on his books.
So what we're saying is we know what kid got the talent.
I think Joe Hill's got the talent. I mean, I don't know. I haven't read any of Owen's books, but
Yeah.
Joe Hill is definitely more well known than
Mhm.
Owen.
Oh, maybe I mistook. The way I read Owen's thing was that he co-wrote it with his dad, and you can tell his dad basically wrote the whole thing. But maybe what Owen meant was he co-wrote it with his dad, but Owen King has his own feel as opposed to Joe Hill, who very much replicates the stylings of Stephen King. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Owen King's great.
Star's also a writer. So is his wife.
Yes,
Jesus.
Tabitha.
Oh, yeah,
What the
Tabitha.
fuck?
I don't know. You'd think like one of them would become like a filmmaker
Or
or a
something.
screenwriter,
Or
what I
work
mean?
at a fucking Wendy's.
and like they just take the Kubrick approach
It's
where
like,
they're
what the
like,
fuck is
I
going
want to destroy every book they ever write
Yeah.
and adapt
talking
it
about-
to a film poorly.
We're talking about the fact that
Poorly.
apparently everybody in Stephen King's family is a writer.
Everybody's a writer. His
Actually, and
sons,
he's a
his daughter,
teacher and
his
his
wife,
wife's a
they're all
teacher.
freaking writers.
Yeah.
The mailman.
Yeah. One of them you're right. One of them needs to go work at Wendy's.
There's something. Just,
Yeah.
become get a job at an accounting firm or something.
Yeah.
Be the black sheep of the family.
Become a musician.
Yeah, right. All right.
He'll have one that's a Republican. Sorry.
Yeah. I think I'm going to throw out a movie.
Mhm. Can it be The Shining? Can you throw that out?
like
Stephen
literally
King.
throw it
Shining?
out like
Literally
they're
throw it
garbage.
out in the
Okay.
garbage.
I gotcha. No, I'm gonna back away from that now. And I am going to go for a movie that we watched just last night. Joyride qualifies
Yep.
as a motel movie. I didn't necessarily
on my
think it
list.
was. Yeah, I didn't necessarily think it was going to be a motel movie until I saw how they were setting up this movie, playing the dirty trick on the truck driver, basically pretending to be a female over the CB radio and saying, "Hey, come by the hotel with some pink champagne and knock on room 17," which just happened to be some asshole that they had a run-in with in the in the lobby, and they just happened to have the room right next to them, so they could listen to it. I had not previously seen the whole thing before last night. I saw bits and pieces of it, so it's not like I had zero idea what this movie was about, but it's really executed pretty well, if I'm being honest.
I like it.
And I don't know if maybe they just didn't have the budget to actually, hire Ted Levine to be in the movie, but they somehow just got his voice. Did somebody else play the trucker physically?
He's in it for like 8 seconds.
Right. The actual trucker, you don't see him very much, but I mean, like Ted Levine, he's nowhere
Got
to
a
be
very
seen
specific voice.
that I can figure out. But his voice is perfect for this trucker.
I don't get why they wouldn't just use Ted Levine as the trucker either. The dude's like 6'2" and he looks like a trucker.
Yeah. I don't know. I was kind of thinking maybe they just couldn't afford him, or he didn't want to do it, but he was willing to do like
he's in one POV shot. Like someone looks up and sees the trucker approaching. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know.
They could have filmed that when he was like coming up to interview for the movie. When he walks through the door, someone just could have held the camera up really quick.
Yeah.
Splice that into the movie. Boom.
Yeah.
There's your Ted Levine shot.
Yeah, they could have just put somebody
Just
in
take it from Silence of the Lambs. Sorry.
Yeah, they could have just had somebody in a green suit and they could have CG'd him, in there. So anyhow, Nicole, thoughts on Joyride?
I enjoyed Joyride a lot. Last night was the first time I had watched it since it came out.
Oh, wow.
Which was probably at least 20 years ago, but in my mind it was last year. It's it's a lot of fun. It has a lot of similarities to The Hitcher. I was getting a lot of the vibes from The Hitcher.
Yeah, that's on my list too.
But it's a fun ride, and Ted Levine, even though you don't see him, you hear him, and the whole candy cane in that voice of his is just it's a great. Steve Zahn was great. Paul Walker was great. It's a fun ride of a movie.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Why would he get that fixed?
You bring a bottle of pink champagne.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know. Was I the only one who knew that the truck was behind them the entire time that scene was happening? You know what I mean? And it was like, two huge headlights are in their like back window the whole time. They and like when they pulled that reveal, about fixing their tail light, where they just freaked out, I'm like, I totally saw that coming. I don't know.
It was great. It was a good fun movie.
Yeah, I guess I've seen that gimmick enough times where I was like, oh, I see what they're doing here.
See, I don't catch anything, as you know. So yeah.
Does anybody else think that Ted Levine constantly sounds like he's answering a phone call at 3:00 in the morning?
He kind of does.
Jesus Christ. He does.
It's just every time he's great and he's creepy in this, but every time I hear him, he's like, "You really want to get that fixed? Your tail light." It's just like when you get a phone call, you're like, "Who the fuck is this?"
Yeah. What do you want?
It's the same in Silence of the Lambs too. His voice in Silence of the Lambs.
Yet weirdly, it took me watching Monk for years to realize it was the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
Ted Levine's in Monk.
Yeah. He plays
Captain Stottlemyre.
I've never seen an episode of Monk.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. You'd like it.
He
maybe.
He sounds like somebody doing a bad impersonation of Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. He does.
You'll find Apollo. Oh,
did you get some Elvis in there? What happened?
Apollo, put the fucking lotion in the basket.
That's right. That's right.
I could sit here all night and just listen to Ryan do impersonations. It's fucking great.
Don't you hurt my dog.
Don't you make me hurt your dog.
Oh my God.
You don't know what pain is. We've changed movies.
We have, yes. I
don't even know what movie we're talking about.
Joyride. Oh, Joyride.
Yeah.
God. I saw this movie a ton growing up. Well, not growing up. Again, it was 20 years ago. And even though it was a long time ago, I was still an adult.
Wow.
Fuck. But I saw it in theaters a bunch. Have you guys seen the sequels?
I have not. No.
No.
I feel like I watched one of them and gave up, on the series. Have you seen them?
Yes, I own them.
And you like them?
No,
Okay.
they're not good.
So Nicole will love them.
No, this is not.
No.
I
This
had
is
that
not
question last night. If part 2 was a direct sequel to the original, like, does it pick up where the original left off? Because the original is open ended.
Yeah,
They could
honestly
have done that.
can't
I don't know if they
remember
did.
it's the same trucker or not.
Rusty Nail.
It's a whole new cast. Like, there's no returning characters.
Right.
Oh.
But
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's Rusty Nail again or not. Fuck, I can't. They are very like. It was during like that when we got stuff like Roadhouse 2 and The Cell 2 and
Yeah.
like people just making sequels to these movies that were kind of. Well, I
Because
guess Roadhouse 2 is a bad example because Roadhouse fucking slapped. But
Yeah.
like The Cell 2, The Cell was never a big movie, but it was like a popular enough movie. And it was the same with like
not the
these
Stephen King
Joyride
one, the
sequels.
one with Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Love Hugh. Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez. I love that one.
Did she co-star with Rebecca Domain?
Yeah, Jennifer Love Lopez. Just gonna start mixing up names here, but yeah, like just those like weird kind of why are we getting a sequel to this now kind of movies. It was, it came part. I paid like $8 for all 3 movies, so $8 for the first one alone was worth it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I would like it if it'd be kind of funny if they just did additional sequels and had the same characters and they just kept going to different places and they just can't escape this trucker.
They keep doing the same prank, not realizing it's the same guy.
Like the shark that follows them to the Bahamas.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can go anywhere in the world and that trucker's going to be there.
yeah.
My God, could you imagine them just chilling on the beach and all of a sudden you see like the fucking smokestacks of the truck just come and break in the water?
Yeah.
The truck just pulls right up.
In the water.
Yeah, yeah. They try to run to Mexico, and next thing they hear him speaking in Spanish over the radio. Bastante caramelo,
I'd watch it.
That would be funny. I would love that. That's what the parody movies should be.
Agree.
Yeah,
God.
fantastic.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I know, right? Oh, Nicole, I think we're back to you.
Are we? All right.
Yes.
I'm going with, this is probably my second favorite horror movie of all time.
Okay.
I'm going with Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, which is the best, the absolute best. Fucking yeah, it's. Notice how Ryan left. It's a near perfect movie. It's Jack Nicholson was great. Shelley Duvall was great. Scatman Crothers was great. The elevator full of blood is just so iconic.
Yeah.
The way they shot everything, the cinematography. One of the creepiest scenes for me in this movie was when he was locked in the pantry and he was leaning up against the door and he's going, "Wendy, got a big surprise coming to you," and he's tapping on the door, but the camera is below him. So you're looking up at his face as he's leaning against the door.
Yeah.
That was creepy as hell. And it's, little Danny covering up his footprints in the snow was just genius. He was smart. I just love this fucking movie. I love it. I can watch it anytime. The staircase scene is just.
That's my favorite scene.
That's
the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
I sometimes do that at home. I'll be like, "Darling, light of
Light
my
of my
life."
Not gonna hurt you, Wendy.
So
I'm just gonna bash your brains in.
Bash your brains
Bash them the fuck
Right
in.
the fuck in.
He needs to be taken to a doctor. You think he might need to be taken to a doctor. It's just so great. I can see the disdain in Ryan's face.
Yeah.
I like the Shining. I like the Shining.
Uh, it is one of the greatest
Yeah,
horror
that was
movies
just
of all
his
time.
frozen face.
Yes,
That's
it
just
is.
my face.
It's
This
it's
is
number
my
2
happy
on
face.
my all-time list of favorite horror movies.
Yeah. Oh, I missed this. I'm sorry. Rusty Nail does come back in Joyride 2, Dead Ahead.
Okay,
Ah,
but it is not
Excellent.
Ted Levine.
okay.
I think. Now I'm doubting myself.
Well, he probably still does the voice. You know what I mean?
Just the voice.
Yeah.
No, this time he actually plays the trucker, but they couldn't get his voice.
Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah. So, The Shining. Yeah, agreed. It's awesome. Even the creepy twin sisters.
Yeah.
A lot of good decisions were made in this. I liked
Mhm.
the whole thing with the barkeep that only he could see.
Yep.
And the conversations that they had. And how fluid that seemed. It didn't seem weird to his character that he walks in. There's not supposed to be anybody in the place other than him and his family, and suddenly there's somebody standing there and having a conversation like they've known each other forever.
Yep.
What I love about conventions is I actually got to meet that man once. And to
Mhm.
me, that's just pretty epic. The man that played the bartender.
barkeep?
Oh, okay.
I'm blanking on his name, Joe
He was great.
Joe
Yeah.
Turkel Lloyd.
Yeah, he was
But
great.
just the fact that, like, in my life, I was able to just walk up and shake that man's hand and tell him he's amazing. I just think that's
Very sweet man. He
conventions.
was.
That is cool.
He was
Yeah.
a very sweet man.
he
Yeah.
was.
Let's see. Mark Gibbon is Rusty Nail in part
Oh,
2.
okay. Olin,
Gibbon
get
like
your
Mark-
ass in here.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either. I'd have to look it up. Who's Mark Gibbon? Yeah. So, yeah. Other thoughts on The Shining? Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not really sure what else you can say about The Shining.
Yeah, it's pretty
Fantastic
self-explanatory.
It's been said,
Yeah,
But
Joe says he could talk about this longer than the runtime of the movie.
absolutely,
then why aren't you?
absolutely.
The
Yeah,
Shining-
come on here and give us your opinion. Clint will send you the link.
Yeah, let me know.
The Shining does pass the not millennial. What is it? Gen Z test.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of
They
these
were
older
too.
horror movies, like I've shown to my kids, and a lot of the ones that I found terrifying, they got bored with.
Right.
But for whatever reason, The Shining, with its 2.5-hour runtime, they were hooked the entire time. So
It's terrible. The twins and the old lady in the
It's just
bathtub. That was fucking
creepy.
traumatizing as a kid. I mean, I think I was like 11 or 12 the first time I saw it, and that was it was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. Joe says there's not enough room for me on the screen.
Oh, bullshit.
bullshit.
Bullshit. We'll split them and put you in the middle like the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
you could be like Alice.
We can all look
Exactly.
up and
Olin says that old lady's hot.
Ew.
Talking about the old lady from The
Ew.
Shining or Alice from the Brady Bunch.
yeah.
I think it means The Shining.
I feel like Alice from the Brady Bunch would be too much woman for me.
So honestly, I just read somewhere that Alice in the Brady Bunch is younger than I am right now. Like when she was on that show and we looked at her and we're like,
Oh,
my
I
God.
was gonna say now. I was like, what?
No, not
something's
now,
wrong
no.
here. Okay.
But yeah, she was only in like her early 40s when she filmed that.
Olin says
Really?
both.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jackass.
That always blows my mind when you see like people like in these 70s and 80s things that are like our age.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I treat
Wilford
my body. Yeah, I treat my body like fucking garbage. And I still look like 20 years younger than these fucking people.
Yeah.
When I found
I know
out
they say fat don't crack, but I feel there's other
49.
factors here.
49 when
It's
Wilford.
true. It is.
She wanted to
Tambourine. She wants a tambourine.
I don't know what's going on there.
Girl, the tambourine.
oh, get the tambourine.
Alice and Tub Lady threesome.
And I just threw up in my mouth a bit.
You broke Clint's
Oh, that's funny.
side.
It's good. It's good.
Smells like Tostitos.
Oh my
As,
god.
as long as the Tub Lady laughs the whole time.
Someone's got to put in that clip of what's his name from the Star Wars movies. Who is it? Adam Driver
Oh,
saying "good soup."
Jesus.
I like
Anyhow, yeah. Where the hell are we?
Just
Just
China.
before we get off it, I want to say I know a
Kubrick.
lot of people shit on Shelley Duvall, but I think her performance in that is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Oh, she's fantastic. She is incredible.
Yeah.
A lot
That
of people
cigarette alone, that cigarette is a character unto
Yeah,
itself.
cosplay.
getting bigger.
Yeah.
Yep. Fucking
Yeah,
4-inch
if I-
ash on the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
if I had any complaint
I don't
about
like-
Kubrick, it's just the fact that he was such a dick to her. It made her want to quit acting.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he literally tortured that woman and made her crazy. So, yay. But the movie's really good.
Oh,
It was
Jesus
really-
Christ.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't think I want to know what that was. I saw or something, and I was like, nope, I'm good.
You know what? I'm going to say it now. Kubrick, overrated.
Yeah.
Like, he makes artsy movies, and sure, but I mean, there's. Holy fuck. Like, has anybody actually tried to get through 2001 nowadays?
So I've actually had this discussion because I loved it when
Oh, I
was
have.
cool and thought it was so cool, but I think that's what you were supposed to think. And I watched it about 5 years ago.
Yeah. No.
Damn.
He is-
Long.
Ah,
He
that would be
has-
fantastic.
He has two good
Yeah.
movies, okay? Like, two great movies, The Shining and Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
All right, I will get Full Metal Jacket is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But, like, what the fuck?
Did
Like,
he also
Barry Lyndon?
other
Oh,
crap?
shit.
Eyes Wide
Doctor
Shut.
Strangelove is really good, too.
Oh, all right.
Oh, that's true.
About that.
Didn't he do Clockwork Orange?
Yeah, but
Oh,
that's
yeah.
just gross and rapey.
I hate. Yeah, that was a one and done for me.
Yeah.
And I was in like
And he did
junior high when I
Lolita,
saw
gross
it.
and rapey. And
Yeah.
Let's see. Joseph saw 2001 for the first time ever about a year ago. Wasn't a fan. It was very boring. And that's kind of the thing with that one.
Yeah.
For Kubrick, it was more about like the space shots, and
Mhm.
pulling off the effects of like weightlessness and stuff like that. It seemed like everything else was secondary, and he just wanted to get all these really long scenes. And you're right, it was kind of boring.
2001 is. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that's right. I like the story. I just wish it was a shorter movie.
Has anybody seen Star Trek: The Motion Picture?
No.
100 years ago, but yes.
So in Star Trek: The Motion,
theaters.
yeah, in Star Trek: The Motion Picture, the first like 7 minutes of the movie is dedicated to like this long panning shot of the USS Enterprise,
Okay.
and it's like the most boring fucking space shit you could ever imagine. 2001 is that 7 minutes stretched out to 2 hours,
Yeah.
Like Skinamarink.
like Skinamarink. I would rather watch Skinamarink than
Oh,
2001.
damn.
Oh.
2001, I liked the opening scene, and then
Oh,
I
yeah.
liked
What, with the
I can't
monkeys?
do that,
Just watch
Dave.
Planet of the Apes.
I
But
still haven't
again, it
seen
only lasts like 5 minutes, and then I'm good on that. And then I want to skip to the end where Hal says, I can't do that, Dave. And that's all I need.
Yeah.
The rest can go.
Anyway, sorry, that was my Kubrick tangent. I think he's overrated.
That's fair.
Okay.
He thinks you're overrated too, but he's dead, so he can't get
Yeah,
mad.
he can't get mad at me.
That's right. That's right.
All right, so let's go with one that is not as well known as my last one was quite well known. How about 1976 Toby Hooper classic Eaten Alive?
I tried to find that movie today.
Did you?
I wanted to watch it. I found
It's on
a movie.
Screenbox, but
Yeah. Well, I
I'm
found a
thinking
movie
things
called
together.
Eaten Alive on
there's a
Tubi
1980s
today,
Yeah, that's not
but
it.
that is not the same movie. And
No.
that one was
Although
gross.
this says it is on Tubi.
Oh shit, I've seen this.
Yeah, it's incorrect.
It's
Because
got
I-
never heard
Carlin
of it.
Jones. It's
I
got
was
it's one
there. I
of
looked.
Robert Englund's first movies.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be about gators.
I mean, it's somewhat about gators because he feeds his
They're
victims.
in like 3 scenes tops.
Yeah.
They total like 2 minutes of screen time.
He's just a redneck that owns an old hotel or whatever it is. I guess it's a hotel.
Hotels
Yeah, something like
have a single entrance that leads into the rooms. Motels have an entrance for every single unit. That's the difference.
Yeah, I don't remember what this one actually does.
There are a few other differences too.
That's a good point.
No, that's it. That's literally the
Motels
definition.
you can rent by the hour. Oh wait,
That's exactly what I was just gonna
No,
say.
you can rent a hotel by the hour. There's nobody does because hotels be classy. It costs a lot of money to have doors inside of a door.
That is true. I usually don't check for bed bugs in a hotel. But a motel, I
will
would.
check for-
But yes, like getting down to the nitty gritty, motel by definition, your room, the door to your room is the door you enter to enter the building. A
Mhm.
hotel, you have to go into a
Through the
building
lobby.
and then go into your room.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Hmm.
But I think,
Makes sense to me.
although this says hotel, so we'll go with that.
Motel, also known as motor lodge.
Oh, God. I
Motel.
have seen so many fucking sketchy motels
Mm.
in my life. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Across the country.
Motels are like a strip mall. Hotels are like actual malls.
That is very true. That is a really good comparison.
I've had more fun at strip malls. Just saying.
Yeah. And I've had more fun at motels. Ah,
Oh, and
So am I the
Marilyn
only-
Burns
am
is
I-
in this. Oh, I forgot.
Am I the
What?
only other one who's seen this?
you might be.
It was on a
'cause-
Joe Bob episode.
Oh.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I saw this 100 years ago, and I watch it every couple of years. It's a lot of people don't love this movie. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
It's better than his alligator movie that he did, or crocodile rather.
Hmm.
Did you watch that with us, Crocodile?
You take that back.
You like Crocodile?
Fucking love Crocodile.
Terrible.
Early
movie.
2000s CGI Crocodile movie.
Terrible.
I don't know if I've seen that.
But
I
this
didn't
one
like
uses
last
real
time.
crocodiles.
I don't think I've seen Crocodile. I've seen
Yeah.
Killer Croc.
It's the one that has what's his name? The guy with the frosted tips.
Oh,
The chef.
Oh, Guy Fieri.
Yeah, but it's not. It's like obviously like some douche bro. But he reminds me of Guy Fieri.
Okay.
I gotta look it up.
Would that be Adam Garash?
I don't know. Nobody famous was in this movie.
Nobody.
It was Rebecca Domain.
Rebecca Domain.
Rebecca Romaine. Rebecca Lomaine.
Low
They
babe.
got low man.
Uh,
Yeah, there is nobody famous in this movie.
So you said you saw it 100 years ago. I did see it recently. It's
I saw it again like 5 years ago. 4 years.
okay. It's not that great.
It was fun. You know, you're seeing Robert get to really be somebody other than Freddie, and really like he throws himself into every role he has,
Oh, yeah.
and he just plays some like redneck getting laid in this, but like he's so Robert. It's great. Carolyn Jones, she was weird in this. I never see her as anything other than Morticia. So it was, Joe wants to get a link. How do I get a link?
Oh,
oh, really?
Can I send him a link?
Joe.
Sure.
All right.
You can forward the one that was in the chat.
Yeah.
Toby,
Olin in here too. Babe, get your ass in here.
Toby Hooper had like 2 good movies, right?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Poltergeist.
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 Do you have anything else?
Well, what's your opinion of spontaneous combustion?
Wasn't that a made-for-TV movie?
I don't
Oh,
think so.
really?
Oh, then that says it all right there.
I was about to say I really wouldn't be a fan of that, but
Yeah.
you're talking about a movie.
I don't remember. Hold on.
I need a
There
cup of
has
coffee.
to be
I'll be right
something.
back.
He did like that Carnival movie. He did the remake to not Driller Killer. What's the other one? Toolbox Murders.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He did Life Force.
Life Force. Oh,
You know what? No, I
Funhouse.
like Life Force.
What?
Yeah, that's the Carnival one.
Funhouse is good.
Yeah. Life Force, pretty awesome.
Yeah. Who doesn't love Texas Chainsaw 2? Come on.
I freaking love it.
Not a huge
Love that.
TCM2 guy.
Really, that surprises me.
Yeah.
I mean, like every time I think
I like
Hello!
Joe. I love Dennis Hopper in it.
You love
Ah,
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
I do like,
Dennis
you know
Hopper's
what?
great,
No,
yeah.
I take it back. Maybe I do like TCM2. Yeah, I
It's
like
just a
TCM2.
fun,
You-
and honestly,
you better like TCM.
Caroline
too.
Williams, I love her. I
Yeah,
think she's
yeah,
great.
yeah. No, I
Correct.
take it back. I take it back. That was me trying to be edgy. I like TCM2.
Who's an edgy boy? Are you an edgy boy?
I am.
Who's an edgy boy?
It's me.
I'm an edgy boy. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Ah,
Can you hear us?
Oh yeah,
Okay, there you
okay,
are.
good.
you see me?
I can see you.
Yes.
Sorry.
Now,
Sorry.
and you fit in the screen. Weird.
Barely.
So did you come to add to Eaten Alive, or was this to make comments on The Shining?
I mean, The Shining's great. Don't get me wrong. I've never seen Eaten Alive, but I also can throw some movies in when it comes back around.
Yeah. Well, we're up to Ryan next, so we're coming to
Oh,
you
shit.
after that.
We're
So
getting
think about your.
close. Getting close.
We're getting close. Yeah, Ryan's the only one that's seen Eaten Alive, so there's not much to say about it. But
Yeah.
it's a bunch of psychotic rednecks in rural East Texas.
Yeah, the Eaten Alive that I started watching earlier today was about some like cannibalistic tribe in some
That was 19.
jungle.
Was it
I'm like,
a foreign movie or
I don't
the
recall.
jungles of New Guinea?
I think it was. I think it was a
deranged-
foreign film because it was a bad dub. It was almost like an Italian movie where like the audio was clearly added later.
Yeah,
somebody
it's
who spoke
originally an Italian
English.
movie, so they
Yeah.
probably just dubbed right over it.
Yeah, and so that was awful because they had like a couple of animal deaths like real close together, and you could tell that they were real. Yeah, and I was like, well, this clearly isn't the movie I thought I was watching, so I turned it off.
Yeah, the other one's on Prime on Screenbox if you want to watch.
But since the subject of Robert Englund came up, I watched a movie that had a bit part in it of one Mr. Robert Englund. That was anybody ever seen a movie called Never Too Young to Die?
Oh my God! Yes, John
James
Stamos.
Bond movie.
John Stamos movie. Yeah.
Oh my God, I did see that
Gene
movie.
Simmons.
Yeah.
Oh
Gene
my God,
Simmons
I've
was
seen
great
this.
in that.
And Vanity, that was Vanity's big movie.
Yeah. That was better than I expected it to be.
That movie's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
not
totally.
seen that honestly since probably 1986 when it came out.
That might have to be a watch for a Friday night.
That's on
Just saying.
Freeview right now, so
I was
it's
just gonna
free.
say you
We
could
can watch
totally
that.
find that on
Yeah.
YouTube for free. I guarantee it.
Yeah. I saw it on Tubi, so I mean, it's definitely out there streaming for nothing.
And I'm gonna start pushing for like doing it every Friday.
Yeah, very cool. All right, well, I guess since there isn't a ton left to say about Eaten Alive, Ryan, I think we're up to you.
I'll always know what you did last summer.
Oh my!
Nope, I still know what you did last summer.
Oh,
Second,
I still know. Second one. I'll always know
Where
it
they
is
go to the island.
Ignore that one.
yeah.
Yes, they go to the tropical hotel on the island, run by Jeffrey Coombs.
I love him.
Coombs. Jeffrey Coombs is once again the star of the show, despite the fact he's only in it for about 15 minutes. He is in a very different movie. I love the fact that he wears the prosthetic teeth for absolutely no reason other than he wanted to.
Goddamn rip torn in his nose all
in
over
his nose in fucking Beastmaster. Jack Black plays a borderline offensive stare. I think he was kind of racist as the pot dealer at the hotel. It's everything about this movie is just this is like I still know what you did last summer to I know what you did last summer is like Aliens to Alien.
Okay.
Because you've got more than one killer now. Everything's bigger in scale. There's a lot more action. Jennifer Love Hewitt does karaoke because you can tell like she was trying to get a music career going and crashed and burned, rightfully so. But I mean, again, who am I to fucking judge somebody for trying something?
Yeah. Why didn't they make like 5 of these?
They made 3.
They made 3, and the third one is so bad.
So,
I like
a
it.
TV show. There's a TV show.
Yeah.
Oh, and they made the TV show, which was also bad, but I enjoyed it.
Okay. Yeah, we could have been getting titles such as I still kind of recall what you did 7 summers ago.
I'll always know what you did that one time at the beach.
Yeah, that'd be good. I like it. Anyhow, I still know what you did last summer. Joe, you got any thoughts on that one?
I can't remember any of them. They were one and done for me.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Actually, I do like the original because there were some good kills in the original. I like the second one too.
Were these the ones with the Gordon's fisherman guy? Was that this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely don't remember them.
But that chase scene with Sarah Michelle Gellar in the original, I don't
That
really
was
care
awesome.
for it, but that chase
No.
scene is fucking
Yeah, that
amazing.
chase scene was great.
Goes
I
on
like-
for like 10 minutes.
Johnny Galecki that gets the giant hook through his face.
Who was not supposed to die originally, but once they released their initial cut, the studio insisted
They're
it's
like, we hate
gorier.
this guy. Kill him.
So they went back and did reshoots to kill off Johnny Galecki's character in a really violent way. Because he has one of the
Wow.
more violent deaths in the movie.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Yeah, he pissed off somebody for sure. like,
good.
all right, his contract just changed. Kill him.
Badly.
Fantastic. I don't remember shit about this movie. I don't even know if I ever have seen it.
What?
Yeah, I know I saw the first one, and that was
Which scary movie did they do the take on this? I forget.
oh shit, that's right. Because they had Lockman Monroe.
Yeah.
Is one of the people in the car. Wow, I don't remember.
Is this
which
one of those
that was.
things? Is this one of those things because I'm like a few years younger than you guys that like I was all about it? Because like I think this movie came out, I was like 13, and I was
Maybe
any excuse to see Jennifer Love Hewitt
uh-huh.
was enough to get my ass in that
That's
theater
fair.
seat.
That's fair.
Yeah. I don't know. I
was
don't
the
think I
Who's
watched
Who.
a lot of movies in '98. I was fresh
shit,
out
I
of
was
high
15.
school.
I was living on my own, and
I had other things on my mind than
Yeah, that would have
Going
been
to see
peak.
that.
That would have been peak going to see Jennifer Love Hewitt, paying money to see that because we didn't have the internet wasn't quite great back then, so all we had was Jennifer Love Hewitt in a tanning bed.
Yeah. So I'm old enough. I remember going to see Showgirls
oh my,
because I was like,
Jesse from
there was no life outside of school and movies. So it's like, and I don't regret a thing.
Damn it.
It's
Even
Paul
Showgirls,
Verhoeven, so technically it's high art.
Yeah, for sure.
technically. And she fucks like a flopping fish.
Jesus Christ.
Whatever.
I'll never forget, the fucking ice cubes on the nipples thing.
Oh my god.
And
The
then
awkwardness of that scene.
she just
Awful.
it was just her getting angry and stomping off. Like
With
that was the
pointy
whole
nipples.
movie.
Yeah.
Like every scene, that's how it ended. She just got angry and stomped off.
The dialogue
I
in that movie.
actually, it's terrible, but
Everybody got
it's like
AIDS
a
and
guilty
shit.
pleasure. It's like my favorite worst movie, I think. It's so bad.
It's something. Nicole, any thoughts on I Still Know What You Did Last Summer?
Yeah.
Not really. No. Meh.
Meh.
Saw it once. That was enough.
Okay.
I wasn't a huge fan of the original, of the first one. So
Okay.
I probably watch it like once a year.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
that explains. a
Why
lot.
does this surprise me? This should not surprise me at all.
Nothing that comes out of his mouth surprises me anymore.
The twist.
I just-
twist.
Sit here and wait for the dumpster fire to take hold.
The dialogue in the movie. Like, remember the whole? Oh, but you guys probably won't. The Will Benson thing. It turns out her best friend was like the killer, and because he's like the killer from the first movie's son. Spoiler alert for like a '98.
Okay.
So that's like what? That's like fucking
I don't want to talk about it.
26
Me
years
too.
ago. He's like, yeah, his pseudonym was Will Benson because the fisherman's name is Ben. So he's Ben's son.
Son.
And he actually says that to her. He says, you didn't put it together? Will
I
Benson?
didn't care enough to put it.
Ben's son? And I'm just like,
I've seen it before, and I
fucking
still don't
fantastic.
remember who the killer is.
I don't either. I remember her singing, and I remember Jack Black with dreadlocks. That's all I remember.
Oh, the second one, yeah.
Wow. It's incredible.
that's what I got. Joe!
Yeah.
Yes.
What
Give
you
us
got?
a movie.
Your
Well,
turn.
before I give the name of the movie, let me ask you: do any of you know the Rose of Shannon Motel?
I
Without looking it up.
Was
Can't say
that
that I
wasn't the
do.
one with the where half the hotels in one state and the other half's in the other state?
Nope.
No.
Completely fictional hotel in Halloween 3.
Oh.
Oh,
Ah, good one.
I actually love that movie,
I
but
didn't
that
think about
song
that. I love
is
that
like
movie.
an earworm from hell.
Oh yeah, it's a horrible song.
Horrible song.
But
They
man, what a
live
great
forever, like herpes.
great movie. The motel doesn't tie too far into it, but they stay in a motel for the time, and some
Because
things happen
Tom
there. Like,
Atkins gotta fuck, okay?
oh yeah, went to town on them nipples, that's for sure.
Wow.
But, you get that great death from the lady who sells the masks, who's there to pick up more, and she gets lasered to the face. Good
Yep.
stuff. Happened in a motel room.
That's
Yeah.
true.
All around,
That's
great
been a
movie.
while. I'm gonna have to watch that one. I like that.
Fantastic movie. Honestly,
Oh,
one of my
man.
favorite scenes was the whole family getting it.
Oh yeah,
I was just laughing through the whole thing.
snake at the guy's leg.
I mean, any movie where they murder children, I think, is like, God,
Amen.
It's awesome.
Immediate 5 stars if you're killing kids. Absolutely.
That's a t-shirt.
That's a
Absolutely.
Oh,
Halloween 3 is great.
It's been
It
a
is.
while.
And
I didn't
It
watch
is.
it last Halloween because every time I wanted to start, I knew that song would be going through my head all fucking night when I tried to sleep. I think I'll start earlier.
Uh-huh.
And just like every other movie that Tom Atkins is in, his mustache is a character upon itself.
Yeah.
You know.
Guarantee
that
his
movie.
mustache smells like Marlboros and Molson. Or no, not Molson. I guess he's American. What do you guys drink?
Yeah.
Lucky?
Budweiser.
Budweiser.
I don't know.
His mustache would smell like nipples, that's for sure.
Yeah. That might be it.
Molson probably works because I don't think you guys don't actually drink that stuff, do you? You just send it to us.
I drank like Poconos with you guys.
Like the smoke
okay.
from the wildfires. They just blow it right
We're
over
not
here.
dealing with that shit.
Yeah. That's right.
Molson.
So y'all love Halloween 3.
Yeah.
mhm.
I am a fan. It gets a lot of shit,
Love
but
it.
I like that movie a lot.
It now out of the Halloween franchise, it's I don't really rank it amongst the other movies
I don't either.
I
'cause
don't
it's
either.
just so different, and it's a very different story. It's like it doesn't feel like a part of it,
It's not.
that right.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be.
I still think that Conal Cochran's a far greater antagonist than Michael Myers, personally.
Yeah.
Oh, his speech that he goes into, oh my god, it's fantastic. The way he puts emotion into it about the Samhain and everything. Oh my god, great speech, great villain speech, absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And Dick Warlock was in it too.
That's right.
Oh
He
yeah.
was the nicest man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, Dick Warlock played Michael Myers in the second movie, didn't he?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. And he pops up in the third one also.
Fucking clogs.
Yeah. The cloud.
Mask didn't fit his
Traumatized
face
me.
right either, so it looked a little. I never realized it was the same mask from the first movie because it
It
fit
was all-
on Warlock's face so differently than it fit on what's his
Mhm.
name,
Nick Castle.
Nick Castle.
Yep.
But yeah, apparently it was the same mask.
Interesting.
So I'll be the one to say it. I think Halloween 3 is not a bad movie, but it's middle of the road. I don't think it's that great of a film. I don't understand the resurgence it got. I don't get it. I don't get it. Nobody can. What is it that's so great about it?
Well, it's no Carnosaur 2. We know that. Right?
That's like apples and oranges, okay? Carnosaur 2 was never trying to be more than Carnosaur 2.
Halloween 3
I just-
again. this was something that they didn't used to kill kids in these movies. Like they melted that kid's face and he ended up having snakes come out his eyeballs and stuff. That shit freaked me out as a kid.
It's too long. It would have made, like, I know the whole concept was that, Carpenter wanted an anthology film series. To me, there is a amazing 25-minute short in here that would be part of a Halloween anthology. It's stretched out too much. It's literally Tom Atkins smokes and drinks the movie.
And fucks.
Tom Atkins fucks in every movie.
And fucks women of questionable age.
I love it.
He even questions her after they.
How old are you?
I feel it's too bloated. I love the idea that, adding the sci-fi twist to like the witchy witch stuff, warlock stuff, whatever you want to say.
Twisty twist, witchy witch. I love it.
I don't get it. I don't understand. I understand people saying they like it. I don't understand the love it's getting.
It's a cult classic.
And I
not
think
for
for
everyone.
that, it's probably more that they get so annoyed that everyone shits on it, so they feel the need to
pump
love
it
it twice as much. It's
For
the
me,
greatest movie ever was. I mean, I think it's fun. I don't hate it. I enjoy it. It's fun time.
For me, I love it. Sorry.
No,
don't.
Go for it.
I know. For me, personally, I just love a downer ending, and the fact that maybe a third of the children who have the masks wouldn't get it. Oh yeah, that's great.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
I mean. Like, they didn't do that.
I love you, Joe.
Yeah.
I love a dark ending. Love it.
Oh yeah.
It's on the third channel. Turn it off.
Stop it.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's full of plot holes left and right, but still, it comes together. It worked for me. So
Yeah.
That ending is really fucking good.
It's great.
Yeah. I didn't quite get the Stonehenge thing, but that's okay.
oh yeah,
The movie didn't get the
they,
Stonehenge thing either.
yeah, they kind of skipped over that.
We had a devil of a time getting it back.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all they gave us because they
Yeah,
didn't
that's
fucking
what
know
you
how they
need.
did it either.
Had something to do with Selwyn. I don't know.
Witchy stuff. We carried it, levitated it with the power of our, fucking witch stuff.
That's
I got David Copperfield helped him out.
Yeah, we had some pine cones and some twine. We wrapped
After he
it
walked through the
together.
Great Wall of China. Mhm.
Just picturing it now. Fucking Colonel Cochrane being like, and if I can bring your attention over here for just one moment, you'll notice it's gone.
Now look at your children; they're gone too.
But unlike Stonehenge, they're not coming back because they're fucking dead. Actually, maybe this movie might be awesome. No. It's okay. You know what? Like I said, I don't hate it. It's fine.
Middle of the
But-
road.
Yeah. Middle of the road. Fantastic ending, though. Fantastic ending.
Great ending.
Yeah. And for anybody who's interested, there's a fan film out there.
I keep meaning to watch that.
I think I did watch that.
What's it called?
I
It's
can't
called
remember.
the Third Channel.
Mm-hmm.
Did we watch that?
Ah.
I think we did. I know I watched it with Mike. You might have been part of that.
Fuck, I can't remember it.
Mike wasn't a fan, but that doesn't shock me because
Mike's taste is
it's
almost
very difficult to
questionable.
get him to like something that's not like super like high budget polished. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not an indie guy at all.
No.
Yeah. So it had its moments. I wouldn't say I loved it. And there was a couple of plot points that I didn't quite care for. And a flashback that I almost felt was unnecessary,
But other than that,
there were some good visuals, and I liked the the fact that they tried to follow up and with some remaining family member taking over the factory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Let me ask you this: in the you said it's like a fan film.
Mm-hmm.
Did any mustaches touch any nipples?
not that I can recall.
Nah, I'm never gonna. Don't need to see
Even a
it.
Halloween
You're like I'm not
sequel,
there.
then.
Yeah, it's just
Took me out of it. Sorry.
Well, I mean, I have to go back and watch again. I'm not sure. But
2 out of
no,
10, not enough.
I don't
mustache
remember why.
rides.
that they did have a dude that kind of looked like Tom Atkins in the movie. It was supposed to be his character,
Was it Tom
but
Skerritt?
clearly he just
There
wasn't
you go.
old enough. He wasn't old enough for how
That's
much time
awesome.
had passed. So
I may or may not be wearing a Dr. Chow shirt right now.
strange, huh? That's all right. That's all right. We'll take it.
Alright.
All
I
right.
think we're up to Clint then.
I think we are. I know that somebody mentioned this is probably you, Abby. But I'm gonna freaking take it anyway.
Do it.
All right. I'm gonna go with Clown Motel.
Clown Motel.
Anybody?
Which I know there's like 12 of them. I watched one of them.
Is there? I know there's two.
There's
of
like a
them.
lot of them on Tubi. I don't know if 12. I could be making that up, but
Yeah.
there's more than one Clown Motel.
Oh.
But I watched.
Blowing my mind.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe I've only seen by the one filmmaker or something. Because like Clown Motel 2, somebody had to like share a copy with me that technically wasn't supposed to be out yet. Yeah, but that was because I was doing an interview and we wanted to talk about it. So she's like, all right, you guys watch it, but it can't go anywhere. Okay. But Clown Motel, the most interesting thing about it is the location. I mean, like it's an actual motel.
Yeah, my friends have been there
Yeah,
to the motel.
I forget where it is. New Mexico or
Thought it was in Vegas.
No, it's in the United States somewhere, I
Nevada?
think, but
New Mexico is part of.
I thought he said Mexico. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, I know New Mexico
I
is part of
shouldn't
the
be
United
telling you
States.
this.
There's a New
Not
Mexico.
old Mexico, New Mexico.
Yeah,
Okay, familiar with New Mexico.
yeah. And there's a Mexico Part 3 also out there somewhere. But,
Mexico Part 3.
yeah.
God damn. Yeah, so
Mexico with a vengeance.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of
Mexico, the
people
Revenge.
dying.
Like I don't remember a ton about it other than the motel itself. There was like a really old cemetery nearby, and of course I remember the character that they refer to as Hammy, which is like this large man who wears overalls and at one point in the movie has sex with a ham.
Oh,
So yeah.
oh my, with a ham.
With a ham.
Hammy.
Oh, and I'm sorry. What's the name of that guy? He's in it. Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he played the first Jason Voorhees.
Ari
the
Lehman.
child
Oh,
one.
Ari
Lehman.
Lehman?
That's right. Yes, he's in it.
I did see this movie. It did not make a huge impression on me. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, and it is believed that this location is a haunted location. I'm not entirely sure what makes it that, other than maybe
think
perhaps the old cemetery.
Yeah, or the fact that just people get creeped out by them, and every freaking room in that place has like 50 clowns per room.
Yeah.
Is Ryan looking for the special edition VHS?
No,
probably.
I'm trying to
Yes,
get ideas
laser
for movies
disc.
to bring up.
Laser
He's got
beta. He's got the beta version.
Okay, I
the
do
beta
own betas. I do not own laser discs.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Okay. All right.
He's like, God, that would be ridiculous.
I have two
Acceptable.
beta players.
That's
Oh my
incredible.
god.
That's
I'd love
incredible.
a VHS player.
Yeah.
I just got rid of my VHS player when I
They're
moved.
fucking expensive now.
Are they really?
Yeah. If you go on like Amazon or whatever, yeah, they're like over $200 a piece.
That's crazy.
I got my VCR and I got my tape rewinder right here.
Oh
Nice.
my god.
Nice.
You walk home.
And my CRT television. behind me.
There you go. Where you can watch in 4:3 aspect ratio.
And my VHS copy of Spice Girls.
Oh Jesus
That's
Christ.
Spice
Olin. That's Olin's favorite fucking movie.
It's amazing.
Wow.
They jump a double-decker bus that's armed with a bomb over London Bridge.
Alan Cumming in that. I love him.
Holy shit.
Everybody.
Well,
George
no,
Wendt
no.
is in that.
Oh my god.
George Wendt.
Oh wow.
Go from fucking a ham to Spice World.
Yeah, yeah. Just George Wendt go around going, the Bears.
Duh, bears.
Yeah.
Wait, maybe I got the wrong name. George Wendt is the dude from Cheers, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yes.
And the first House movie.
That's true.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, I do have the right guy.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to say about Cloud Motel?
Never saw it.
I didn't even know this was a fucking movie.
Oh, okay.
I'm just being
I think it's
honest.
a way of life.
Sorry, what was that, Joe?
I think it's a way of life.
Yeah.
It's not a movie, it's a way of life.
I think you're right. All right. Abby, you've seen it?
I have seen I
Okay.
have seen a Clown Motel movie. I remember not much about it, let's be honest. And I think it is the same one. And I think I know a couple people that are like randomly in it. So I think that's why I sat down to watch it. But like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not what I would call really a good movie, but
Yeah.
that's never stopped me before.
Yeah, me neither. That's exactly why I watched it, because I knew a couple of people who were in it. One person I was getting ready to do an interview with, so I ended up watching it.
Like one
Olin
for the
says
team.
he has Sleepaway Camp on Betamax.
Why am I not
Nice.
surprised?
I have
Spice
Sparky's 2, The
World's
Revenge
awesome.
on Betamax.
Sleepaway Camp. I've never seen it. Should I check
Fucking
it
A,
out?
Spice World is awesome.
Fucking Ace.
There are dozens of us, Olin.
It's
Yeah.
true.
I haven't seen it forever,
Yeah.
so I'd have to rewatch it.
Yeah, there are fives of tens of people who love that
Fives
movie.
of tens.
Fives of
Yeah.
tens of people.
So, all right. Well, I guess I'll let that one go. And Nicole, I think it's up to you.
Yeah.
Bring us back.
I'm going to bring you back with a. This is what probably my top 10 favorite horror movies of all time. It's one of the first ones I ever saw, first horror movies I ever saw. And I remember watching it with my dad, which was kind of weird. But I'm going with Motel Hell.
I love that movie.
Oh, shit.
I saw it
Yep.
coming.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck Clayton's name.
Yeah, that's my
What?
screen name.
It's Uncle. It's
Farmer Vincent.
Farmer Vincent.
Sorry to
It's all
interrupt.
kind of
It's
And his
all
critters.
coming
sister
together.
Ida. Yeah, it's just such a great classic movie. And I remember it was on cable. I think I was like 8 or 9 years old, and it came on cable, and my dad was there, and I was like, I want to watch this. You know, it looks scary, and he's like, oh, Rory Calhoun, maybe it's like a western.
Yes.
It wasn't like a western.
Not
Just like a Western.
And I actually developed a huge crush on Rory Calhoun in this movie.
Why is that not surprising?
And I know, right? I always like the older ones. I don't know why. But this movie, I cannot look at a field of cows and not see this movie in my head. It's
Nice.
the cow scene was fucking terrifying to watch when I was a kid. It's just, the two hookers, and he just jumps out from behind the wooden cows. And how dumb are you to get out of the car and try to move them? But yeah, it's just a great, fun. John Ratzenberger's in it, which is great.
Yeah.
And Ballbricker from Porky's. She'll always be Ballbricker.
Well,
Just a great classic movie.
Mhm. Last time I watched it, I was appalled by how crooked Rory Calhoun put a bumper sticker on that dude's car.
A big old Brady Bunch station wagon.
Exactly. Yeah. One of my favorite things about this movie was just the way they ended it. So it's like he's clearly got some mental issues and so forth because of what he's doing. You know what I mean? And how he tries to cover things up and people who get killed. Exactly. It's like he starts giving this like really heartfelt speech at the end as he's dying. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it really seems like he's leading up to some sort of epiphany. Where he realizes the error of his ways, and the only thing he admits to is using preservatives. And I'm like, that is the most incredible ending I've ever seen. I loved it.
It's just so great. And I remember it being awkward the first time I saw it because my dad was in the room, and that whole scene in the hotel room with the guy and the girl, and he's in like a clear plastic skirt, and she's got the whip, and I didn't know what the fuck that was, and yeah, watching that with my dad.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
Family bonding.
oh, always, yeah. A few years after that, it was Cannibal Holocaust.
Oh wow.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was so weird. They walked in and there for a couple of minutes they were into it. Oh yeah, tie us up.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening here?
So great. His secret garden, and
Oh yeah.
he loves doing the traps because they let him get creative.
Yeah.
They're just so fucking twisted and they don't even
Yeah.
see it, you know?
I just thought the method of like dispatching, the latest crop was just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
The lights, the
turn the lights on,
Yeah,
and
like
like the
hypnotizing.
swirly thing there to, it's like they don't even know they're dying.
yeah. 3, 2, 1, blast off.
Yeah.
She just revs the track.
Oh yeah. Hangs them all at once. So fucked up.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that in like the first 5 minutes of it, you're like, okay, I have no idea what the hell I'm watching right now, because everything seemed really normal, and next thing you know, he's like shooting at a motorcycle and it's crashing. And
Yep.
he's just loading the bodies up. I'm
Yep.
like, what the fuck?
And God chose to save her, and yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, dumped his bride right in front of him.
I've never seen this.
You've never
What?
seen it? Oh
Never
my
seen it.
goodness.
I recognized your
Oh.
name because I know about it.
Uh-huh.
I've
Oh.
never seen Motel Hell.
Oh, you should. We need to
Ryan.
watch that.
We basically gave you the whole movie, but you should watch it. It's good.
Ryan. Oh my God.
Like, I knew the tractor scene that Nicole was talking about. I've seen the clip of that. But yeah, no, I don't. I remember as a kid seeing it on the VHS rack, like in the horror section, like with the crazy, I guess it's Rory
The pig
Calhoun,
Mhm.
his wife, and they're all like, just
Yeah.
Takes all
never
kinds of
pulled the
proof.
trigger. I needed when I was a kid, I needed like creatures on the cover for me to rent it. I would never rent a horror movie that just had people on the front.
Ryan, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
I need to get that tattooed on me somewhere.
Yes, you do.
That's a
I-
tramp stamp.
You
That's
should
where
watch
it's
it. You
perfect.
should watch it. It holds up. It does hold up.
If you guys do a watch, let me know because I haven't seen this since high school.
Yeah, I mean, it's 40. Oh my God. The movie's like 44 years old.
I've heard
Jesus
nothing but
Christ.
praise. Like, I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah, we definitely got to do a watch along with Motel Hell.
It does have a big chainsaw and a pig head, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
just checking. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And cut vocal cords and
Oh, yeah.
feeding people with funnels. And yeah,
Mhm.
It's been a while, but it's coming back to me. Yeah.
it's crazy.
It's all coming back
Amazing.
to me. It's fantastic.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess we're at Abby.
Mhm.
Okay. My next one is a personal favorite. Probably the only movie I've ever recommended to Nicole that she actually liked. Hell House LLC.
I didn't even think of these movies.
I had that on my list. Yeah.
Yeah, that's on my
love
list
that
too.
movie. I love that movie. I think it's genuinely creepy. I like all of them in that series, actually, but we'll start with the first one.
I love the whole series. I fucking love it. It's I watched all of them in one weekend in the Poconos. It was just me and one other person in the house, and we were watching them at night with the lights off, and I genuinely got scared. Like I was really genuinely scared.
Genuinely creepy.
I'm like moving my gun closer to me, scared. Like it freaked me the fuck out. That
We
fucking
live in
clown in the
different worlds.
basement. The whole time you're just waiting for him to move. It was that whole that tension that just
Yeah.
I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to the bathroom unless you turn the lights on in the house. Like I couldn't even get off the fucking couch. It
Where the
was-
clown like is there, and then all of a sudden you don't even see him, but his head's facing the other way, and you're like,
Exactly. Exactly. He's a mannequin
God.
just standing there, and then all of a sudden, they cut away and they cut back, and his head's just turned or something. It's that scared the shit out of me.
has everyone seen this? Joe, you seen?
No, you
Oh.
guys, I just wrote it down. You're making me a believer. So
Oh,
Yep.
dude,
Okay.
yeah, you.
Hell
got it.
House LLC is.
There are 4 movies technically.
Yeah.
Now. One is
I feel like I might have it in my Tubi queue, but I could be wrong about that.
they probably are on Tubi.
Probably.
These are all on
They're very-
Shudder as well.
Low budget, but they're really well done. Not everybody likes the whole found footage kind of movies,
Right.
but this one gets it right.
It's fucking
Yeah.
scary. Yeah.
So I highly recommend, like, when this call is over, maybe go watch it. I'll
Yeah.
watch
Watch all of them. I mean,
Yeah.
just to see the whole series. But the first one is definitely the best and the scariest. But they're all good. They all have good qualities to them.
All right.
I had made a joke before about Jen not watching very many movies, but like I'm good at kind of picking out what kind of horror movies. When I say she doesn't like movies, she doesn't really like horror movies.
Right.
I'm pretty good at picking out what kind of horror movies she'll like, though. And I watched Hell House LSE, fucking loved it, and I knew right away, like, Jen's gonna like this. And me and her, just like you, Nicole, me and her wound up watching the original trilogy. I want to even say over the course of one night.
Wow.
We absolutely loved them, and that most recent one, I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, the Carlisle Manor one that just came
Yeah.
out.
Yes, that one again, fucking banger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Ryan, we agree.
I know. It's nuts.
Write it down.
Write it down. Final Destination.
There's got to be
and
some
Hell
Etch it in
House LLC.
stone.
apocalyptic.
Something's gonna happen. We're gonna get a tsunami.
Oh, we
or
did get a solar flare.
something. Did we?
Mhm.
Oh, the Northern Lights are shown tonight. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it is.
that's it. Fuck. But yeah, no, they're fantastic movies. Found footage done right. That was a good
Yeah,
one.
that's one that's done
Yeah.
right.
It is.
So, Joe, I'm excited for you to see that. And, like, I'm not
Yes.
even kidding. If I would watch that tonight.
Genuinely scary, and not a lot scares
is.
me. Turn the lights off, watch it. This is fucking creepy.
Yep, that's a pull your feet up off the floor and sleep with the lights on kind
Yeah.
of movie.
It's
Lock the
creepy and
clowns up
scary.
before you watch it.
Creepy and scary, despite the fact that you know that those things are going to start moving. That's part of what the anticipation of it
Yeah,
happening
the
is what
tension of
makes
it.
it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the superior clown hotel movie.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Technically, an abandoned property turned into a
Haunted house.
It's a
Halloween
hotel.
haunted house. Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
Originated the Abaddon Hotel.
Abaddon. That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yes, abandoned. Mhm.
Abandoned Hotel.
Well, okay.
That's my pick.
Right.
Hell House.
A good one. I
LLC.
didn't even think of Hell House.
Mhm.
So it's after 9, so I'm going to throw this out. This is a movie about a bunch of high school students who get a free, all-inclusive trip to an
Mhm.
island resort,
I saw this.
and the only catch is only one of them is allowed to leave alive.
Oh,
I'm talking
What's
about
that?
Battle Royale.
oh
This is
god,
not a good movie.
oh,
Did you
haven't
say
seen
it's
that
not a
movie.
good movie?
I said it is such a good movie.
Oh, okay. So basically, this is the Hunger Games, except, it's awesome.
Before and
Yeah. Hyper violent.
oh,
These kids fucking murder each other.
has anybody seen this movie?
Mhm.
Joe's seen it,
It's-
Clint? Nicole?
It's been a while, but yeah.
I can't remember.
I feel like I have.
Was this 2000?
Yeah, it's a foreign film.
I don't think I've ever seen this.
You
It's
need
like
to
this
watch
one
it.
and Tag are both.
Is it? It's
Think about how
Asian.
many video games
It's Asian, so
expired.
you probably
Yeah.
I will probably love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The acting is crazy. It's just so it somehow manages
Yeah,
to be
I've
over
seen
the
this.
top, but grounded at the same time.
I'm putting that on my list.
Oh my god, the creative. I hate to say it, the creative way these kids kill each other.
It's
Fucking amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the whole scene with the poison spaghetti or whatever the fuck it is they were eating. Yeah, I absolutely love Battle Royale. I heard it was Quentin Tarantino's favorite movie. I'm like, oh, fucking douche canoe.
Oh God, then I have to see it. Look, I'm a huge Tarantino fan. I'm gonna have to see it.
I'm a huge fan of Tarantino's movies. Tarantino the person.
Oh, he's a douchebag as a
Bit of a
person,
douche.
but
So when I heard it was his favorite movie, I was like, oh fuck, what the hell is this? This is gonna be like someone who's like, like Catcher in the Rye is my favorite book or something like that.
no,
But
great movie.
it's a fantastic movie and absolutely worth a watch.
Again, these like with Hunger Games, these kids all knew that they had a shot. Like these kids, aren't they on the bus and they get like drugged and they wake up in this classroom? They're like, guess what?
Yeah, nobody was volunteering as tribute for this fucking movie.
Oh, so they don't even know they're involved until
until they're about to all die.
Ooh,
it's really well done. Like the cheerleaders and like it's very well done.
Yeah, all the cliques and everything just start to form their own fucking groups.
Oh, and we're gonna have to watch this.
Yeah, it's good. It's worth it.
Freebie.
And I love that because basically the plot, like the gist of the movie without spoilers, teens have become so non-compliant, so like crime, like violence against teachers, violence against any adults. So basically the government has legalized that one random
fuck them up.
one random classroom every year gets taken to this island where they got to kill each other and only one comes out. And the teachers, like the teachers that taught these kids gets to like
vote on who goes
the entire thing. Like they get to stay on the island too.
Oh, it's so sick.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun.
And they're all wearing these collars, right? Like what's with
yeah.
I forgot about the collars.
The collars. So yeah, like if you it's just like
they'll blow you up if you fuck it up.
Because it's just like kind of the Hunger Games where there's certain zones that'll eventually become like no man's zones. You're not allowed to, so it's so someone doesn't stay somewhere and stay there the entire time.
Right.
So if you ever try to leave the island or you stay in one of these no man's zones for too long, the collar will explode, but it doesn't explode your whole head, as they show with one of the kids. It only bursts like on your neck, so you get like this torrent of blood that starts flying. Like this is one of the most violent movies I've ever seen.
Oh, I gotta watch this. I gotta fucking watch this because I love the Hunger Games. The Hunger Games is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, you'll
you ever watch the Hunger Games and wish, wow, I just wish they went really like way more violent with these kids.
I just wish they went dark.
This is your movie.
It looks like there was 2 of them.
There is. The sequel is actually really good too. Nowhere. Okay. It's not in the same league as the first one, but it's still an enjoyable. I own the
box set.
Blu-ray box set or whatever.
Of course,
both movies are great. Hey, I bought that Blu-ray box set at a flea market for like $3. So I mean, it was a great.
You got a good price, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, absolutely fantastic.
It's movie. On my list. I'm gonna watch it. Probably tonight.
While we're watching Hell House LLC.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sleeping.
I don't have to sleep. I slept last night.
I woke up at 6:30 this morning. I'm ready for bed.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I haven't slept since April.
I think Adam's been sleeping for the last 12 hours. Poor little guy.
I guess, yeah, if nobody's got anything else about Battle Royale, Joe, we're back to you again.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you want, a motel or do you want a roadside attraction is the question.
Oh,
have we done a roadside attraction? Yeah, do a roadside attraction.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. I want to go then. House of 1,000 Corpses.
1,000 Corpses. That's on my list too. It's so good.
The funny thing is, the first time I saw it in the theater, I hated it. Absolutely hated it. And I came around, watched it again, and I love it now. Not for the acting particularly. I'm a huge sucker for lighting in movies, and the lighting effects in this movie do it for me. The greens and the reds and the blues and everything. It reminds me of Vamp. Like Vamp has the fake magenta color, as Ryan says, and the greens and everything.
Not a real color.
I love Vamp.
I'm a sucker for that. But and then secondary, everything else that happens in the movie. Rainn Wilson. I knew Rainn Wilson from this. before I
Fish
knew him
Boy
from The
was my
Office.
favorite part of this whole movie. That
Yeah.
and what's his name, Chris Hardwick,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
which became
House of a
famous
Thousand
later for
Corpses.
his like web
Mhm.
shows, but he was in this.
But yeah, even the DVD when that first came out, like the little interactive scene with it, when you had Captain Spaulding come out and you ding the bell for him and he starts cursing at you and shit.
Oh my god,
Good
those
stuff.
DVD menus and like Baby is like in the special features or something.
Yeah.
I would just sit and watch. Like there was
Yeah.
several clips that ran. Like those menus lasted for several minutes.
Tiny fuck the stump. Yeah.
Tiny fuck just oh
Tiny
my
fuck the
god.
stump.
That's actually my favorite. I know everybody loves Devil's Rejects more, but House of a Thousand Corpses is my favorite of them.
I agree.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Really? I've never had that many people agree with me on this movie.
Yeah.
Nicole doesn't.
Well, I know we've talked about it before. Devil's Rejects is just too
Rapey.
rapey and violent for me. Yeah.
Devil's
There-
Rejects is the better movie. Like
okay.
Rob Zombie set out, and I feel House of a Thousand Corpses is him testing the waters. But like to everything Joe said, the colors, it is just such a love letter to those old
Yeah.
school. But it's just like the fact that it, like you mentioned, the roadside attraction. The movie itself feels like a roadside attraction.
Yeah.
It's almost a cartoon where Devil's Rejects is like a serious movie as much as you could say. But yeah, they're two like polar opposite in a way, which is weird. That's just the
Yeah.
same family.
I felt like Devil's Rejects, like when House of a Thousand Corpses came out, Rob Zombie was writing a love letter to Grindhouse Cinema, but he was trying to make it entertaining like his music videos. He wanted to make it fun. He wanted to make it something that people got behind and just fucking loved. He wanted to make it like a Halloween spectacle. And everybody shat on him for making such a like the amount of times I heard, oh, it's tame, it's this and that, they don't go far enough. So I really feel with Devil's Rejects, Rob Zombie was like, well, fuck you guys.
Oh, fuck
Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah.
Hold
You
my
want-
beer.
Yeah, you want
You want
hardcore.
it, you got it.
Somebody brought a fish boy thing to have Rainn Wilson did the photo op with Fish Boy and Rainn Wilson at whatever convention he was just at. I would love to literally like a whole full size big old statue of Fish Boy.
It's great.
It makes me happy.
Feels expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to anybody who says the Devil's Rejects, like they prefer it, I get it. I 110% get it. It is the better grindcore experience.
Mm-hmm.
But fuck, Rejects is Corpses is just so fucking colorful and fun.
I felt the same as Joe when I first saw it. I saw it in the theater when it came out, and I hated it. Absolutely hated it. I thought it was a Texas Chainsaw Massacre ripoff
Mhm.
with bad acting. Because I'm sorry, I do not like Sherry Moon Zombie. I do not think. I'm sure she's a lovely person, whatever, but she cannot fucking act for nothing. Although she was good in The Munsters, which I surprisingly liked a lot.
I like the
But-
colors in that too.
I love the
I'm,
monsters.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I like the colors in that too. The monsters.
Yes, it was amazing. It was really good. But House of a Thousand Corpses, I remember sitting in the theater watching it going, Jesus Christ, it's just another fucking torture movie. It's a colorful torture movie. And then the whole Dr. Satan thing at the end, I thought was just dumb. I thought it was so fucking stupid. And I watched it a few more times, and I still don't like it. I don't. I'm sorry. Captain Spaulding is great. That whole scene in the roadside attraction when the guys come in to rob him, that was a brilliantly made movie scene.
Uh-huh.
After that, no, I'm not a fan. And then Devil's Rejects came out, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be great, right? And I went to the theater to see it, and I went back a second time to see it. And it's normally not my type of movie. I don't like the realistic, dirty, rapey stuff. I fucking loved it. I fell in love with this movie. I bought the 6-foot subway poster of the whole dinner scene, the whole like Last Supper scene, and it's still one of my favorite movies. I love Devil's Rejects, but House of a Thousand Corpses, no,
Oh.
I still don't like it.
Damn.
Sorry.
Just like our Halloween 3 talk, though, I will admit probably one of the best endings to a horror movie ever.
What,
Devil's
House of
Rejects.
the-
Devil's Rejects.
Oh, yeah.
Freebird.
Freebird. Only good time that someone's used Freebird.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay.
Yeah.
We're up to me now, I guess.
Yep.
It's your turn, sir.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna stick with the roadside attractions. I'm gonna throw out one that I don't think we talk about a lot. How about Tourist Trap?
Oh wow. I
Mm-hmm.
totally forgot about that one. Did not make it on my list, which is surprising.
I think Chuck Connors is in it somewhere. Yes.
Yes.
Chuck Connors is in that. Yeah. That's well.
The cover.
For those of you who haven't seen it, let me give
Has
you
anybody
the
not seen Tourist Trap?
synopsis.
I haven't.
No.
What?
Okay.
I know of it. I just haven't seen it.
Yeah. It's not for everybody. This is one of those
It's
movies
an odd
that.
movie, but Tanya
Yeah.
Roberts is in it.
Yeah,
Can
I
I ask
remember.
What, Joe?
Oh no, I was just going to ask if the cover was like a severed head, or am I off on that?
It's
Uh,
a face
no,
that
it's
looks kind
someone
of like
wearing
a mask.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There's a lot of mannequins in this movie, and they're technically like almost like possessed, like they move and shit.
It
And
has telekinesis.
Kind of looks like a severed head, Joe.
yeah, and they basically cast their victims and basically kill them by casting them, and I think make new mannequins from their bodies. Just kind of messed up, but it's yeah. The
It's an odd
general
one.
synopsis on IMDb is a group of young friends stranded at a secluded roadside museum are stalked by a masked assailant who uses his telekinetic powers to control the attraction's mannequins. Yeah. It's interesting. This is one of these movies that like I could not shake one scene from my brain. I saw it when I was too young to see it. It was on television of all things. You know, on the weekends they used to show like horror movies and shit like on Sunday. You know what I mean? And I saw a scene where somebody basically suffocated to death because he like smeared like plaster all over their face and they couldn't breathe. And like I never forgot that. And most
New
of my
fear
life
unlocked.
I could not remember what movie it was. And then I started looking at Tourist Trap and I'm like, I bet that's the freaking movie. And I watched it again. I was like, sure enough, there it is. Found the scene.
That's the scene that tortured me.
Childhood nightmare from this movie. You know. So anyhow, I do recommend it. It's not like an amazing movie, but it's
I think it's a classic you have to see.
Yeah.
This is what
Like
introduced
Motel
us
Hell.
Tourist Trap introduced us to Charles Band.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
That's the tricky
This
band?
was the first Empire film.
Mm-hmm.
Any idea what year it came out?
Pardon?
Any idea what year it came out?
Came out in 79.
Oh, so this was a prequel to Mannequin then.
Yeah.
Kind
For
of.
sure.
I was going to make a today's special joke, but I don't think any of you guys know what that is.
God, I remember that. Yeah,
Oh, really? That was a Canadian show.
with a little rat.
Yeah, Muffy.
Yeah.
All right. Insert today's special joke here then.
There you have it.
Adorable.
Mhm. Good old Tourist Trap. So what?
I think we're
Just three of us saw it?
So, just before we get off Tourist Trap, I don't know if you guys brought this up. I apologize. I was going to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody feel that the House of Wax remake is more of a Tourist Trap remake than
the actual
the
original House of Wax.
House of Wax movie?
I was thinking that as he was talking about what they were doing to the mannequin people. I was like, yeah, I bet. Except for the telekinesis part.
Yeah, yeah. That's the people. Well, that would be the people in the theater trying to use their minds to kill the people on screen. In the House of Wax remake.
To this day, the only movie I've ever walked out on.
Hmm.
To be fair, I didn't hate it.
I did.
Okay, it's all right. You're welcome to hate it. All right. Well, I guess I'll move on then. Nicole, you got something else you want to throw out?
I do. I'm going to continue with it's after 9. This movie is not based around a hotel, but there is a very serious hotel scene. I'm going with Devil's Rejects. I know we
Oh,
touched
there
on
you
it a little
Well,
bit,
no,
but
but that's on my list too. I added
it's one of the greatest movies ever made. Everybody was fantastic. The whole cast was fantastic, other than Sherry Moon Zombie. Everybody else was fantastic. It's just a great movie. It is very dirty and it is very rapey and icky and torturous, but it's one of those rare movies where you see these people doing horrible fucking things, but by the end of the movie, you're rooting for them. Like when William Forsythe's character had them all trapped and he was, stapling pictures onto their chests and, he let her go so he could chase her. And it's just, you started rooting for, you started to feel sorry for them. At least I did. Yeah. So by the time they started playing Freebird, that's one of the greatest endings ever.
Yeah.
It's true. Greatest use of a song.
Absolutely.
I never once felt sorry for these pieces.
I
of shit.
felt so bad. I felt bad.
I
for them.
never
did.
once felt.
The
I didn't
scene
either.
when they're driving along and they see the
And there is
roadblock.
no tutti fucking fruit. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and they're beaten up and they're bloody and they're and you see Bill Moseley just sit there looking up, like what do we do? What do we do? And I'm like, just go for it. Like I was cheering for them. I was like, don't give up, don't give up. Even
Hey,
though
Thelma and Louise.
It ain't Thelma and Louise.
that's how it was though. That's what was going on. I felt so bad for them. And I don't but it's great movie. Again, I bought the day after I saw the movie in the theater. I went on eBay and bought the 6-foot Devil's Rejects poster with the Last Supper on it. Yeah.
Nicole's the type of person to marry a death row inmate who's like in there for like 6 murders.
Yeah,
Pretty much. Yeah.
as long as he doesn't kill a puppy.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you don't fuck with the animals, but
That's right.
you can
That's right.
kill people all you want. As long as you're a nice person.
It doesn't make you a bad person.
Oh,
It
it says
doesn't.
Ryan is right. Magenta's not a color.
But you guys thought I was making this up?
No.
Oh no, I looked it up. He is
No.
100% right. I know.
I heard.
I just
I've
never
heard it
heard
said
that
about
before.
purple also. I've heard that purple's not really a color.
That's not how I live my life.
Yeah.
That's not how I live my life.
I'm glad.
And he
Nicole-
also wants to throw out the movie Vacancy. So
That's my next pick.
it is on my
Oh,
list.
so we're going to
It could-
talk about it.
It
That's
could
good.
still be your pick.
All right, it's gonna be because that was literally my next one I'm bringing up. So who said it?
That was Olin.
Olin. Okay, well he's got good taste. This is a good movie.
Before we get off of Devil's Rejects, though, I do want to point out, because I'm glad Nicole brought this up because we didn't get around to it the last time. None of us have mentioned 3 from Hell,
Because it shouldn't have been made.
right? Like I get,
And I saw that in the theaters on a premiere, like
Jesus.
before it was out.
I did too.
that's one of those movies that you can tell it was sitting on the back burner, and poor what's his name, Captain Spaulding, Sid Haig.
Yeah.
You could tell he was at death's door, and Rob Zombie was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck, we just gotta
Make one
gotta
more
get
for him.
something. We gotta get something out."
Yeah.
But I mean, you could have just recorded his scenes and taken the extra time.
Yeah.
But I feel with the absence of Captain Spaulding, that was kind of the end of.
It wasn't the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Richard Brake is fantastic,
He's
and I
amazing.
think he's a great addition to any cast. However,
But he's like,
the
what
fact
the fuck
is
was that on the
they
Brady
should
Bunch?
have
He's like
died.
Oliver.
Well, they should have died at the end of Devil's Rejects.
Yeah.
They're
I
just-
agree.
Them bringing them back felt sort of like,
And the whole in-house scene was like, what, 45 minutes to an hour of the entire movie.
yeah.
I agree. They should have ended with them dying, because when I heard that they were making Three from Hell and the original characters were coming back, I was like, how the fuck are they going to bring them back? They were fucking Swiss cheese on the highway.
Yep.
How are they going to bring them back? Every bullet missed every major organ, and when a movie starts like that,
Yeah.
Which
it's like soap opera. It's going to
That
be
does not involve
ridiculous.
bionic men or women.
Or they're going to clone you, or they're going to, you had an evil twin sister somewhere in the Himalayan mountains, or, give me a break. It went to that excess of ridiculousness that was just, I couldn't take the movie seriously because it started off so silly,
Agreed.
But here's the thing. You've got... The movie is called Three from Hell.
Mm-hmm.
You've established in the first movie that there is an evil Nazi zombie doctor living in the catacombs under this house that is doing experimentations on corpses.
Uh-huh.
It
Sounds
writes
outrageous.
itself, people.
It's so stupid. I'm sorry.
Zombie Bill Moseley and zombie Sherry Moon, zombies Sherry Moon, Sherry Moon, zombie.
Sherry Moon zombie.
Yeah.
But just go for it. Go fucking balls to the wall. Have Richard Brake be like, they're like, oh, I got to make sure that they eat.
Let him be the voodoo priest that
they
brings
get
them
some
back.
they get some adrenochrome every 12 hours, or else
Like
they'll
they're
rot.
necromancer or something.
Yeah, like
But that's not Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie is known for realistic, gritty, dirty,
Always
just-
makes you want to
I
shout.
that
would've-
would have been, yeah.
it would have been a better explanation than
I agree. Then every
Somehow-
bullet missed every
yeah.
major organ. Yeah,
like
they were literally
me-
like torn in half from the bullets.
somehow every bullet missed is right up there with me for somehow Palpatine survived. Like it doesn't make sense. And I really wish Adam was here right now because he would have chuckled at that Star Wars joke.
Sick bird. Yeah.
But anyway,
And somehow it did.
he didn't get out of the cock-a-doodie car.
Out of all the fictional female horror characters, she's the one I identify with the most.
Yeah.
I've slept in your house.
I'm your
God, I
number
love
one
you.
fan.
He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodie car. Oh my god! Hey, that could almost kind of
I
work
hate it
for
when
this hangout.
It could, because I hate it when a movie is not consistent. I hate it when they make shit up just to make another one. It drives me.
But it doesn't
Batty.
make it up. It's established in
Outta
the
here.
universe already.
I think she's talking about Three from Hell.
I'm talking about Three from Hell. Like it,
Yep,
it
no,
drives
but
me crazy.
oh, yeah.
When they just make stupid shit up, unrealistic shit up in a movie that's supposed to be realistic, just to make another one.
A realistic movie that has undead Nazi doctors performing.
Which is why
House
I
of
did
the
not
Corpses.
like House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah.
It writes itself, folks. Like
It-
I think Rob Zombie has a thing for undead Nazi doctors and such because he used characters like that in his Super Beasto cartoon movie that he did.
and he did that trailer for
I actually
Grindhouse.
like.
He did the trailer for Grindhouse, Werewolf Woman of the SS.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
That movie's going to be made.
it is.
It's gotta be. Well, they've done Thanksgiving and they've done Hobo with a Shotgun, so it's only a matter
Right.
of time.
And Machete.
Yeah,
Machete.
And they've done
yeah.
Machete. They've done literally everyone except for Rob Zombies.
Yeah.
Oh, they haven't done Don't.
Oh,
Nobody remembers that one.
Why don't I remember that one?
It was easily the most forgettable.
yeah.
It was done. I think Edgar Wright did that trailer.
Huh.
Yeah. I might be the only one who wanted this, but I remember since we're talking about fake trailers, I remember the Onion movie. If anybody saw that, I wanted that Steven Seagal movie so bad, Cock Puncher. Anybody ever see that?
I did.
It was incredible.
You unlocked him in
Steven
Great name.
Seagal was in it.
Yeah.
Then I would
What?
love it because I love
Yeah.
Steven Seagal. Sorry, I do.
Yeah, it was great.
I wonder what it's
That
about.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he was a martial artist. That was literally his one move. It's just punching people in
Cock
the dick
punches.
left and right.
Did it have a scene where someone says, "Ow, my cock"?
I don't know.
It
I don't
needs
remember that. But he was wearing like a gi, but on the back it had a rooster.
Oh my god!
It was so funny.
I want to see him like crouch down and just say "cock a doodle doo" right before he hits somebody.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
That would be great.
It's
But-
Steven Seagal, so he'd whisper it. He'd be like, "Cock-a-doodle-doo."
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know if he said
Unaffected.
anything in the trailer. I think it was just all action sequences. Like he even like drives between two dudes, like he's on like one of those crotch rocket motorcycles, and he just like whacks them both in the crotch, like as he's going by on the motorcycle.
What is
It's
it called?
Cock
Well,
puncher.
Well, yeah, that was the trailer, but the movie was actually The Onion.
The
Um,
Onion.
Oh, the
yeah.
onion.
I don't
yeah.
think I've ever seen that.
Steven Seagal has a habit of like explaining what he's about to do to people too. So I can just like it would be amazing. He's just like, you're gonna start to approach me, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop down and I'm gonna punch you right in the cock.
Right in the
Yeah.
onion.
Yeah,
And the
there
guy's
it is.
like, excuse me, what? And then he just drops, and there it is. Punches him, and then he says it. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Doodle
It's a 1 minute long fake trailer from the Onion movie in
Oh, here it is.
2008.
Okay,
Yeah, it's incredible.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
I could just play it, you know. If we wanted the sidetrack.
Oh, what are we
Anyhow,
on?
I don't know.
I think we were still on Devil's Rejects.
Devil's Rejects.
No.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
No, Abby had vacancy or no vacancy.
vacancy.
No, we hadn't gotten
Oh.
there yet.
Well, right. We said I was going to bring that up. So
Yeah. We haven't actually talked about it.
Yeah.
So my
Abby,
pick is
what you got?
Vacancy.
No.
Vacancy.
Has
What?
anybody ever seen Vacancy?
Mind blown.
Well, I was
Yes.
not ready to talk about this.
I have.
As
It's been a
have I.
few years.
It's been a few years for me as well, but I do like Kate Beckinsale, and
Oh, fucking love her.
she's my birthday twin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like exactly same year, date, month. Yeah,
Nice.
my birthday twin. But she gets to look like Kate Beckinsale. Fuck her. And what, Luke Wilson, I guess, is in this one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, there's a bunch of other people too. Let me look. Oh, Ethan Embry,
I love him.
Frank Whaley. Ryan will say, "You're saying names again." But
Mhm. Rebecca
You know-
Domain.
Domain.
Mhm.
You're gonna be
Um,
living with that one for a while, right?
Yeah.
Just to let you know.
Uh,
Mhm. Jack Pickleson.
Brian Ross plays a snuff victim. Sorry. So he looks familiar. Is he from Star Trek?
mm.
Maybe not. No, it's not him. He doesn't look familiar when I brought him up. Yeah, but it's a great movie. Basically, this couple like ends up at this shitty old motel, and they find video cameras in their room, and they basically find out that the other people that have stayed there, that they're making snuff films, and they are
Yeah.
to be murdered next.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen this movie?
Mhm.
I have.
I have.
Currently on Paramount Plus. Mm.
Everybody's Paramount Plus. Everybody's third choice when it comes to streaming.
It's on. You can rent it on Prime, but it's on Paramount Plus for. You know who Ethan Embry is, right?
I love Ethan Embry. I think he's fantastic. I think he's highly underrated.
Highly underrated. He's a riot too. Ryan, you would know him from
National
Empire
Lampoon's
Vacation?
Vegas Vacation.
Empire Records.
Empire Records.
I've never seen
Also,
Empire Records.
to bring back
Not the
Pruitt, we got Devil's
Devil's
Candy.
Candy. Yep.
Great movie.
That was
I have a
disturbing.
bit of a crush on Ethan Embry. And then Frank Whaley, if you saw him, you'd know who he is. He's that guy. He was in Pulp Fiction, The Doors. He's that guy.
Who was he
Yeah.
in Pulp Fiction?
He
Check
was
out the
one of the
big
kids.
brain on
Brett.
Brad.
Look at the big brain on Brett.
Got it.
Yeah.
Big Kahuna
Broken
Burger.
down. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's one of
But
my
yeah,
favorite-
so good movie. Just
The
saying.
guy kept saying what?
What?
Say what
again.
more time.
again.
I fucking
Uh,
love that movie.
Yeah. It's amazing.
I am going through Ethan Embry's IMDb page, and
He was in Dutch.
Oh yeah. Wow.
oh shit, he's the dude from
He's the
Can't
kid.
Hardly Wait.
Yes, he is the dude.
Oh yeah.
That's what I know him from.
He's also in Grace and Frankie.
You're saying names again.
It's the TV
That's
show. It's a series with Lily Tomlin and what's her face? Jane Fonda.
Did you ever see Vegas Vacation?
Yeah.
Nick
Oh, he
Rusty.
was
Giorgio.
Rusty. He was
the kid,
Rusty.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
in
but
Late
no, Can't
Face.
Hardly Wait. That was my.
Can't Hardly Wait and Empire Records are what I most associate.
I was
He
15 when
died.
Can't Hardly Wait came out. That was my personality for a while.
Died pretty quick in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I did.
I don't remember him in that.
'Cause
Yeah,
he
he
died
wasn't that
pretty
long.
quick.
What is your issue?
Oh, where do I start?
Sorry.
Is that okay?
Are you done?
I am.
We are.
Actually, this might be my last one. I'm tired. Oh, I have a couple more on my list, but anyway,
Yeah.
everybody go see Vacancy if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I remember thinking it hit a lot harder than I thought it would. I thought it was just gonna be one of these like flashy,
Mhm.
like PG-13. You know, they were popular at the time. This one was kind of messed up,
Yeah.
For sure.
especially considering it had Luke Wilson and like because when you think horror,
But yeah,
Yeah,
that's your
Luke
first name that comes to
Look at the
Although,
guy from-
honestly,
You think like
Um,
old school?
Idiocracy is the scariest movie I ever saw. So,
Idiocracy.
scariest movie I ever saw. Scariest documentary I ever saw.
Yeah. All those Crocs.
Got electrolytes.
Oh
in it.
yeah, that's a weird movie.
Vacancy.
Ryan, what you got?
Right, this is going to be my last one for tonight. And I'm going to bring up one that I absolutely love. And if I was a gambling man, I'm going to say maybe Joe has seen this, but I'm going to bet money that you guys probably haven't. I'm bringing up a little movie called Dead and Breakfast.
Oh, I actually have seen Dead and Breakfast. That's
I
is
just
this
lost money.
Australian? No, I have seen this. Dead and Breakfast.
I'll say I heard of
on-
it.
Tubi. Joe, have you seen it?
It may be on my to-be list, and I may have seen it. I just, when you start talking about it, I'll know if I have or not.
So basically, it's the best way to describe it, I guess, would be it's got a very strong Evil Dead vibe. But it's basically about a group of friends who go to a bed and breakfast in this small town, and somebody fucking opens up like some
Somebody
Book
reads
of the Dead kind of thing. It's got David Carradine in it for a little bit, and I think
Jeremy
it's his,
Sisko. I love him.
it's his son that's I think in it.
Is that Eric Palladino's in it?
Yeah, it's got
Ever Carradine. I'm assuming that's his daughter.
I think his son or his daughter that's in it. I can't remember.
Yes, this
Daughter,
the
Ever,
is the
and-
daughter.
Gina Phillips is in it from Jeepers Creepers.
Hi, George.
So yeah, basically,
Okay.
someone winds up. There's a they carry around a tome with them or something that if your blood gets mixed with this artifact, you become, for lack of a better word, a deadite. And the movie goes through. Everybody in the town is eventually getting absorbed by this, and more people become deadites, and it basically becomes a final stronghold at this bed and breakfast amongst the survivors versus the ever-growing swarm of undead like cult members.
Have
Oh,
not
this
seen it.
is-
It's
I haven't either.
Sounds awesome.
It's a fun movie.
yeah, it's a comedy. Like it's a horror comedy. I'd almost say actually just like with American Werewolf in Paris.
It's a comedy horror.
It's a comedy horror. It's comedy first and horror second. But
Wish I would have known that before.
Yeah, whatever. American Werewolf in Paris is awesome. Okay, fuck.
This is going on my watch list for one reason and one reason only.
Jeffrey
Yeah.
Dean Morgan. Yep, he plays
Yeah,
the
so
sheriff, I
that's-
believe.
yeah, I'm gonna have to see that.
And don't let the fact that it's a comedy horror to scare you away. It is a shockingly violent movie. There's a lot of over the top gore. There's a dance number at one point. It's so
Oh my
weird.
God.
But it's got a great cast. Like if you look
Yeah.
through the IMDb, man,
Oh, the cast is phenomenal.
It's really
Amazing.
hard to describe. It's such a unique little piece of like early, what is it, late 90s, early 2000s, I believe. Early 2000s, I think. When everything was so glossy and safe. This one it had that bizarreness. It felt like a Peter Jackson movie. Like an old school Peter Jackson or a Raimi. It doesn't quite reach those levels of gore. But I mean, it didn't shy away from it, and it's just so stupid.
Oh, shut up. I
Actually-
say Negan and that does it. Yeah.
And it was an independent movie. Like it was relatively low budget. A lot of the people that are in it, like Jeffrey Dean Morgan stuff, this was an earlier movie. This is before Jeffrey Dean Morgan became a huge name. So especially though, like Clint, you love like lower budget independent fare. I think it'd be right up your alley.
Sounds like it.
I'll give it a look.
Yeah, it really does. I wrote it down, so
Yeah,
maybe I'll
same.
find some time to check
it's
it out.
added to the list.
I keep picturing like one of those cartoons where someone like, pulls out their list and they give it a
And it
shake
unrolls. for
and it
like
unrolls and goes into like the next county.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
I feel
there's
like that's
a
I
ton of
have, I
what
have
movies
a
on
big
my list.
scroll. Yes.
I like it.
But yeah, that's my last pick, and it actually fits the
Okay.
theme. I was surprised. I'd forgotten
Nice.
about it until Nicole noticed me earlier, looking back and trying to figure out something. Like, oh, fuck, it's in the name, Dead and Breakfast.
There you go. There you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I guess in a way the short film that we talked about earlier would fit into this category. They went to an Airbnb.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Anyhow.
yeah. That was just before we jump on to Joe. That was my last one for the night. As always, it's been a blast. Love all you guys.
Yes, sir.
See you next
Good
time.
night, Ryan.
Excellent.
Bye, Ryan.
Bye. Night.
Bye.
Oh, I'm even better.
4. So yeah, I don't know how many of these things we got left, but we can
Not
we
many.
can try to go around again if we want to, and we can always wrap this thing up, make it an early one.
7 on
Not
my
all
list
of these
left,
need
but
to
I
be
could
3.5, 4 hours long.
Yeah.
That's true.
Joe, what do you got for us? Anything?
Well, yeah, I have 3 left. Do you want vampires and motels, or do you want other?
Whichever you feel.
All of them. Dump
Ooh.
them all.
Which one's speaking to you right
Yeah, at this
now?
point, just dump all
Just
of them.
dump
I
'em all.
agree.
Jeez Louise. Well, for vampires and motels, I have John Carpenter's Vampires.
Vampires, yep.
Come
Oh
on.
shit, you're right.
Man, that one, that was my 3rd DVD I think I ever bought, behind like American Pie and Dawn of the Dead. And it was on repeat. I watched the hell out of John Carpenter's
By
Vampires.
Spice World? Come on.
No, this was World. Sorry. Well, good. Ryan's not here anymore. Yeah, John Carpenter's Vampires. It was dirty. It could have used some less homophobic slurs in it, but
Yeah.
I thought
Oh.
the
Sometimes it's painful watching those movies again.
Oh, yeah.
You're like,
It is,
Yeah. Violence was great. I love the kills in it, and I thought it had a pretty decent pace. Yeah, and there was a really good violent scene at the Sun God Motel, where the lead vampire Valet comes in and just rips the fuck through his team of vampire killers. It was great. Priest death. Oh my god, it was fucking amazing. Absolutely. Hookers being killed all over the place. Ah, good stuff.
Aw, it's just
James
like my
Woods
regular
in tight
Saturday.
jeans and a leather jacket. All about it. Yeah. I love John Carpenter's Vampires. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
You want to give us the other ones on your list too?
The only thing I
Oh,
really
yeah, sorry.
remember about it was
Well, wait.
fuck. What's his name again?
James
Oh.
Woods.
James Woods, yeah. His character name was Jack Crow.
Jack Crow, yeah.
Yeah.
Did
Weird.
it do it for you?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I would have liked it better if they cast somebody else as his character, but I mean, it's not like he's a bad actor or anything. I like him in a lot of things. I just didn't like him in that.
I've only seen this movie once, and it was a lot of years ago. So I think I'm going to do that and finally watch Ghosts of Mars and make Ryan happy.
Oh. Good luck.
I know. I know.
So I think we should do that as a watch along too. That and Motel Hell.
Wouldn't
Oh,
that be
Do a
something?
double feature one night.
Ooh.
Other than that,
I'd say play Motel Hell second. That'll be your palate cleanser.
That'll be the ginger of the of the night.
You have to make it through Ghost of Mars before you get to see Motel Hell.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Should we just dump the rest of our list? Should we have Joe just go down the rest of his and
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
yeah.
Go for it,
Other than that, I had. This is going to sound really dumb. It is after 9, though. Both featured roadside attraction in Pee Wee's Big Adventure and The Wizard.
I love
Yes.
it. I love it.
Giant dinosaurs.
I
love it.
I like it.
I think that counts.
So far, Pee Wee.
Well, he has some kind of thing about having a dream about a snake rolling a giant donut and a snake wearing a vest or something. It was such a weird line. I would just love to know where that came from. It was such a weird line. So good.
Crazy.
Other than that, the last thing I had was From Dusk Till Dawn, obviously, with the motel.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even think of that.
I didn't think about that either.
Flop house, as they called it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very well done, sir.
Very good.
Clintosaurus Rex, what do you think?
Well, I guess I could just read down my list. I put Club Dread on here.
Great movie.
I just watched that.
So did I.
Yeah, since I included resorts, it technically counts. Psycho has to make every list like
I was
this.
gonna say
I mean,
nobody has brought that one up yet. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it, but
you,
yeah,
you
that's on
you
there.
can't
It was
bring
like
up Motels
low-hanging
without bringing up Psycho.
I know
Um,
all of them, all four
yeah.
of them.
Oh, for
Fantastic.
sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I haven't seen a bad Psycho movie as far.
Oh, there we go.
Club Dread. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, that's not my favorite Broken Lizard movie, but it's up there. Let's see. Hostel.
Hostels on my list as well.
Yep. Has to make the list.
No,
I'm gonna I like
I hate Hoss.
I'm gonna and I have the unpopular opinion of I like Hostel 2 actually better than Hostel 1, but
That movie freaked me out with poor Heather. What's her face?
oh, hanging upside down. Yeah.
The Lady Bathory like death.
Yeah. That was messed up.
So I was not so naked either.
No, I don't think any naked person would look good hanging upside down. So, the remake to My Bloody Valentine. There is a pretty
yes,
messed up motel scene.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one. As far as remakes go, I mean, that's one of the better ones that I can think of.
Better than the original.
Yeah, I like the original, but yeah, I think I like the remake better. Rubber. If anybody's seen that movie,
Wow.
Rubber.
yeah, Rubber does have a pretty significant motel scene. with the tire sitting there watching television. I mean, it was fucking weird.
I can't.
I'm almost positive somebody took the tire to a convention to like roll autographs. I'm almost positive of that.
Probably that wouldn't surprise
That would be
me.
amazing. I'd pay for one. Robert the tire, I think it was, right? The Innkeepers was on my list.
That's my that was gonna be my next one. That's a great movie.
Okay.
I gotta rewatch it.
And these two probably didn't make anybody's list, but I'll say them anyway. Wolf Creek was one.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, no, it didn't make my list, but
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Never saw
Yeah.
it.
It's I'm gonna put that
Based
in
on a
the
true
roadside
story.
attraction category because it's these people that get their car gets sabotaged in the Australian outback when they go to see like a natural phenomenon. It's there, so like it's a popular place for people to go to see this, like, I don't know, rock formation or something like that. Come back to their car after the
Nicole
long
would
trek
like
and
it.
it
It's
doesn't
pretty
start.
brutal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You
And I
would
think
like it.
he's based on a real serial killer, if I remember.
Ooh.
Yeah, maybe.
But he's a big, scary Australian outback, gonna murder you. And
Yeah. Yeah. The scene that always messed up me was the head on a stick.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't like that. And another Australian flick, Primal.
I love Primal.
Such
Oh
a
no,
good
wait,
one.
I'm thinking of a different movie. I'm thinking of Rogue. Never mind. Primal, is that a giant
No,
man eating anything or no?
no. This is one where some, we'll just say university aged kids go out to the outback to find some cave paintings and encounter a tainted body of water that kind of transforms them into something other than human. I'll just put it that way. And of course, they're afraid of one another after that starts to happen. And it's from that point forward, it's about the escape. How the hell do they get out of there? Pretty good. I'm going to say I'm going to call it a low budget film. And there's a very small cast in it. And it's just one of those where the performances are such that I call it a good movie. Like it sticks out. Like I would watch it again.
Cool.
Yeah. Olin threw some stuff in here. The Resort, Infinity Pool, The Ruins, Puppet Master, Old Piranha.
Oh, old. Yeah.
Why didn't think of Puppet Master? I mean, you'd think Ryan would have thrown that one out.
Yeah, right.
And the
Yeah.
Ruins. I really
The
enjoyed
Hotel?
the Ruins.
I
The
like
Ruins
the
is
Ruins
good.
also.
I really like that.
The Ruins is good.
Good call, Owen. Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are good ones. All right. Nicole, what you got left?
Not much. I got Dr. Sleep.
Okay.
Good.
I love Dr. Sleep. It was, and the scene, one of the things I loved about it was how brave they were in shooting that scene where they kill the kid.
Jesus Christ, that scene was
Because that wasn't just hit by a car, killer mask. That was like brutal. And that kid sold it. Like that little 10-year-old or however old he was
Jacob
he was
Tremblay.
fantastic.
That
Yeah,
kid's an actor.
he was amazing. The Hitcher.
That's on my list as
Rutger
well. I was
Hauer.
surprised nobody brought that up.
The truck scene. Well,
Yep.
first of all, the finger in the French fries. But the truck scene when he killed Jennifer Jason Leigh was like it turned my stomach just for
That shit
how
stuck with me
disturbing
my
it was.
whole life.
Yeah. And the last one I have is, again, it didn't revolve around a hotel, but there were hotel scenes. Bride of Chucky.
Oh no, that counts because they were in the
When they killed the
With the-
couple in
oh,
bed
yes.
with the mirror on the ceiling.
It's awesome.
She just
yes.
threw the bottle of champagne up. I love Bride of Chucky. I know I've said it before and I'll say it again. Jennifer Tilly is the most gorgeous woman on the planet.
I'm shocked, Nicole. I'm shocked. No Poltergeist mentioned.
I did have that one, but I didn't know if it was like a 3 seconds at the end.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
But it was a memorable scene when he pushed,
Yeah.
the hotel on I-74. Yeah, when he pushed the TV out of the room.
That's
Yes,
great.
Olin.
Is there an
Great
echo in
mind.
here?
Great minds, Olin. Great minds.
Yep. And that was it.
All right. So you guys covered
That's a good
99%
list.
of mine, but the last couple I have. Sorry, I'm getting ice out of my freezer because I need a drink. I'm not sure if this one counts, but Cabin in the Woods, because they go
Yeah.
to stay at a vacation place, which is somebody's cousin's, uncle's, whatever.
Right.
Okay.
I would think it counts. Cabin in the Woods. So this next one, I'm gonna say it counts, even if you don't. I'm gonna Demon, because they're kind of in this like.
That's right.
Renting this, whether it's a hotel or a group home or whatever.
Oh, it's a hotel.
So I think that counts.
What was
Yeah.
it?
It was Demon Night.
Demon Night.
Oh,
It used to be a church, and they transformed it into a hotel in
Yeah.
Wormwood, New Mexico. Yeah.
forgot about that.
And
Yeah,
one of
all
my
right.
How
favorite
could I
movies.
not think of that one?
I know. Well, that's
Christ.
why I was waiting till the end because I'm like,
Oh my God.
The last two I have. Has anybody seen the movie Superhost? It just came out last year, maybe on
No.
Prime or something. I don't know. It's just basically like an Airbnb, and it's worth a watch. I won't give anything away, but it's a good movie. And the last one is Fantasy Island.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was
So-
a fun movie. That was a
It was a ridiculously fun movie. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't
Worth a
know. It
watch.
didn't ruin my childhood at all. I was totally fine with it, but
didn't.
it was
Yeah.
it was a good time. So actually, I think we took this pretty far, all things considered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm proud of us.
Me too.
I think we did a great job.
Oh,
Take an honorable mention: the American Horror Story, the Hotel Cortez.
Yes,
There you go.
yes.
Yes.
And,
That's one of my favorite seasons too. I loved Hotel.
And what the hell was that other movie? Something. It was like a number of rooms. I can't remember. Had that other dude was in Pulp Fiction, and he was on that TV show Lie to Me. Damn it! What the hell was the name of that movie?
That
What's it
dude.
about?
We need more specifics.
Tron. It was Tron.
Tron. I could probably get
You're
it.
describing Tron to me.
No.
Who did he play in Pulp Fiction?
It's Tim Roth. Tim
Oh,
Roth
I
was in
love
this movie.
Tim
Four
Roth.
rooms.
What was it?
4 rooms
Is that what it was?
where he
Four-
plays the
four rooms?
bellhop.
Yes.
Yeah, 4 rooms, and you get to see Ione Skye naked, and yeah, it was like a movie. It's a great movie, actually.
Yeah.
Not that you've
Technically.
seen it.
Yeah. Technically, that qualifies.
Rooms.
And what
I'm
was
gonna
that?
write one down.
Something at the Bad Night at the something hotel. With Thor. One of the Helmsworths was in it.
Oh.
What the hell's the name of that
I
movie?
say the same thing when I describe him. I can't remember which one he is, so I just say Thor.
He's Chris. Let me look him up. So, yeah, it wasn't so much a horror movie, probably more action, but a really good movie, if I could remember the name of it. But basically, this hotel takes place in, I think it's Nevada and California. Like basically, the hotel, one half the hotel is in one state, and the other half of the hotel's in the other state.
Hmm.
And it's something that the Grand Rio or Bad Times at the.
Wow.
I gotta look it up. Bad Times at the El Royale. Bad Times at the El Royale. Jeff Bridges.
Okay.
Dakota Johnson, meh. John Hamm, I like him. Chris Helmsworth,
I don't like her either.
Nick Offerman, who I love.
Aside from her, that's a pretty good cast.
It really is a great cast. So it says 1969, 4 strangers check into the El Royale Hotel. Hotel is deserted, staffed by a single desk clerk. Some of the new guests' reasons for being there are less than innocent, and some are not who they appear to be. It's like a drama, mystery, thrillery kind of movie, but it's a good movie. I recommend it.
Nice.
And it's called Bad Times at the El Royale, which I realized I could
Royale
get
with,
out of my mouth.
Royale with cheese.
The
Yeah.
Royale with cheese.
Oh man, I just
Fantastic.
shot Marvin in the face.
Oh, God.
I gotta watch.
Now I
this
want a
now.
damn burger.
I can't.
Oh, I was ignoring it, apparently. Olin
Oh,
knew
there
what it
we go.
was.
He knew what it was.
He knew what it was as I was
Yeah.
stumbling in.
Yep.
Well,
there it
guys,
is.
this was a fun time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fantastic.
definitely.
Uh,
Glad you joined us, Joe.
Yeah.
Well,
Finally.
thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
for
thank you,
having
Joe.
me on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anytime. Assuming we're talking about anything that you care about talking about. Yeah, I'm not going to be around next week because I forgot about that thing that I was doing with Mike. We're going to Penhurst Asylum to Paracon. So I won't be home on Saturday, but so you have an extra week to get ready for Star Wars.
Oh, so 2
So-
weeks we're doing Star Wars. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta
And
refresh.
anybody doing the Mahaning for the Romero thing in the drive-in?
Mike and I were talking about it. I don't know if we're actually going to make it happen or not, but yeah, we were trying to get Adam to go too.
I love
But,
that driving.
Yeah,
This
it's
would be
possible.
my first time going
Yeah?
Saturday for
Oh,
night,
you'll
dawn,
like
and day.
Okay. Yeah. Those are the ones that I would want to see too. We were talking about maybe going Friday night. I forget what they're showing Friday night. I have to look it up.
Creep show, maybe. Creep show, Dark Side.
Maybe. I just know that there wasn't much point to going Thursday night. Although that would probably be the one that Nicole would want to see.
Dawn remake.
The Dawn remake, yeah. But it's the only movie they're showing, so it's like,
Yeah.
well, who's going to show up for one movie? You know
Well,
what I mean?
you know, there's because so many people just live right there. So for them, it's a piece of cake, and you don't have to fight with people.
You
but
could, and then when the OG Dawn was on, that's when you take a nap. And you can continue.
Wake up, watch Day. Yeah, that's right. Olin's going to drive in right down the road. That's
Oh,
awesome.
God.
That's awesome. I do
Mine's an hour
too,
and a
but
half away.
I haven't been to that drive-in in a couple of years now, which is weird. They just don't show anything I want to see. But anyhow, yeah, we're gonna do Star Wars in 2 weeks, so
Cool.
rewatch the movies. You know,
Yes.
yeah,
Even
go
the
ahead,
bad
go all in, watch the cartoons. You know,
yeah, I'm probably
you
not
know,
going to do that. Let's
maybe
be
the
honest.
Clone
I'm not either.
Wars. You know, some of the
No.
spin-offs. I'm gonna watch some of the spin-offs actually, like Rogue One and
Oh, Rogue
God,
One.
Rogue One was excellent.
Solo. And
Brilliant.
and
Rogue One was
yeah,
brilliant.
yeah, I really.
I've
like
never
that
had a
one.
reaction like I did with that one in the
It's
theater.
like up
Yeah.
there with Empire for me.
I was
Rogue One.
screaming and crying, and yeah, it was nuts.
That's awesome. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
The movie can elicit that type of reaction.
Oh
It's
yeah. Yeah. I went ballistic.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. Well, I think the only thing that we really learned tonight is don't go on vacation.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
And
Pretty
then Joe
much.
needs to go
Why don't-
watch.
you know, we can be scared about a lot of things. Why do we got to be scared of leaving our house and going somewhere else now? You know what I mean?
Sleep on a mattress that 1,000 other people have slept on.
Yeah.
Blech.
Yeah. Don't go to
That's-
a
that's
motel,
really-
hotel. Don't go to a roadside attraction. Don't
I
go
bring
to a
Lysol
freaking
with me.
resort. You know, dangers
People are
everywhere.
gross.
That's right.
Mhm.
Gross.
That's right. You know, we didn't bring up Bug. Is that a movie
Oh.
about bed bugs?
Blech.
No, it's a movie about mental illness.
Yeah.
I should have brought that one. I didn't like
And
it, but it was
government
Michael
experiments.
Shannon. Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, that's awesome. Well, I appreciate you all showing up. This was
Alright.
a great, it was better talk than I thought it was. So until next time, have
All
a
right,
good
y'all
night.
go your respective ways and watch your movies that you have to watch now.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
All right, guys. Have a great night.
Good
Yeah.
night.
Thank you, guys.
Too.
Bye.
Good night.